Welcome back to Gills Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. How everybody feeling today?
Good.
Championship hangover, we good? Still smoking the Wemby pack?
A little bit.
A little bit?
They ain't had the parade yet.
I know.
Parade coming Thursday. We got a lot to discuss today, though. This is Gills Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoop, whoop. I'm merely award-winning host Josiah Johnson. We're joined by NBA champion of the world, Swaggy P, Nick Young. Representing Tough Crowd Golf, and a card-carrying country club member, we got Mr. B, Brandon Jennings. Four! Yeah, I was waiting for it.
Left.
I was waiting for it. You got
4 right, actually.
Right.
You are, yeah.
We got one of the biggest legends in the sports media game, Skip Bayless. Back in the day. On this side of the couch. Wait, no sound effect for Skip?
It's my turn!
I'm slacking.
It's my turn!
Double up. On this side of the couch, we got the distinguished gentleman from Oak Cliff, former #1 pick Kenyon Martin.
What's happening?
Okay. And last but not least, the man they call Cemetery Larry, NCAA champion of the world, Dr. Rashad McCants, PH.
No more.
License revoked?
I'm building a hospital.
Okay.
So just Rashad.
Just Rashad.
Just Rashad.
Rashad in the building. Just Rashad.
Just Rashad.
Okay. Oh, we got a lot to get into. Here's what's cracking in Gills Arena today. The Knicks are the 8th different champion in the past 8 seasons. But should they run it back with their core or make a major move to keep their window open? Wemby is taking some heat for some questionable decisions and comments throughout this postseason. But is the alien too cocky or just confident? And Thunder GM Sam Presti clapped back at SGA haters over the foul baiting narrative. But is he spitting or tripping? Talked about that a little bit yesterday. We will dive in more today. But before we get into all that, show is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's available in most states, including Texas, California, and Florida. New customers get $50 in bonus entries when they play just $5. To get started, just use code ARENA when you sign up, and it'll load instantly. Underdog, make picks, win money with code ARENA. The World Cup is underway, and Underdog is all in on America. Check out these exclusive promos in the Underdog app, including discounts on the U.S. national team, multiple 30% profit boosts, the Golden Boot jackpot worth $250,000, and a $25 million giveaway if the USA wins it all. They're giving away $25 million if the USA wins it all, Swaggy. That leads me to believe it's going to be a hard road for America to get it done. But make sure you check out the Underdog app for all those. Try to get that $25 million. Believe in America, like we all do here on this couch. And if you can't watch the show live with us on YouTube, we got audio versions available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. So, Knicks have been turning up after winning their first chip since 1973 this weekend. We've seen a variety of things going on. OG Anunoby absolutely fried during the interview. Mikal Bridges going hard on his IG Live. May or may not have been inebriated. There's also a video that started circulating Monday of Jalen Brunson and other members of the team where a special toast was made. So for the hearing impaired, that was an F-Wemby toast. Although it's unclear if Brunson is actually the one saying it, he did raise his glass to the toast, and for good reason, as Brunson found himself on the wrong end of a few questionable moments with Wemby in the finals. We have a few for your viewing pleasure. You may remember. You might remember the shove to the dome in Game 3 in Madison Square Garden in front of the president, and also getting shaken up after Wemby closed out underneath him on a 3-point attempt. Look malicious, right? He do have a big-ass foot, though, Swaggy, but
The look down.
it's just he made sure to know where that foot was at. So Wemby avoided any consequences or repercussions for both transgressions. French phenom also opted not to shake hands with Brunson or any other Knick after the Spurs were eliminated. Swaggy, we'll start with you. What's your reaction to Brunson and the Knicks saying F Wemby in their toast after winning the championship?
Oh, man, I love it. I love it. That's what the Knicks got to do. They had fun. They won. You didn't shake my hand. So now you got to be open for everything that comes with it if I feel a certain way. After I just, kicked your ass fire in Game 5, 4-1. So, yeah, do all the toasts. Enjoy the parade. Say F Wemby all summer. That's how
All
I say it.
summer.
All summer.
T-shirts.
T-shirts. They
Croissants.
should all have it at the parade on Thursday.
Okay. Mr. B, let's shift over to you. You see Brunson in that squad turning up. Obviously, they've been on a tour since then. Jimmy Fallon, a bunch of other things. But the F Wemby toast after winning the championship.
Yeah. Well, who said it? Like some random person?
A few. There was a few different voices. We can play the
That
video
is a
again.
good question.
I mean,
That's why
yeah,
I made it clear. We don't know if it's Brunson for sure, but he didn't.
Yeah, I mean, it probably was somebody, just a random Knicks fan. But hey, the season's over. They're having fun. They're doing what they're supposed to do: have fun and toast and enjoy the moment right now. But you know, there's another season next year, and that dude Wemby is coming back next year too. So, you know, feel the fire.
We'll have to wait 100 games at least for the opportunity to get back into the finals.
Yeah.
Avenge this finals loss. But Kenyon, let's shift over to you. When you hear Brunson and that crew, and again, unclear if Brunson was actually the one that said it, a bunch of different voices all saluting F. Wemby when you hear that toast. What do you think about it?
No, why does everything have to be everybody's business? Like, you know, I hate camera phone shit, bro. It's needed when needed. You want to take pictures of your loved ones and all that shit, but everybody's recording all the time, so no moment is private, no moment is sacred anymore. So I don't think Jalen Brunson would initiate a fuck Wemby toast. He doesn't seem like that kind of a person. Somebody said it multiple times, trying to get multiple people, trying to get everybody to buy into it. But they're enjoying themselves, man. Let them celebrate. Long season, well-deserved championship. So it just, yeah, things are going to get out that shouldn't get out like this. But let them enjoy their moment. And then have a blast this summer, man.
Can we hear that video one more time, please? I've listened to it about
I heard no, he said it.
a lot of F. Wembys.
They in the club, man, of course.
That's what you doing?
Yeah, they in
I
the
don't go to the
club.
club,
That's
right?
what happens in the...
We don't do that in Bible study.
I can't believe this. Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
man,
news. This is.
we were saying F LeBron and all that after we won. You know?
Mr. Rashad.
It's just playing around.
Just Rashad.
Just Rashad.
Just Rashad.
I try to treat you with respect.
That's all good.
When you hear that, do we feel like we have the makings of a rivalry brewing between these two squads? No.
No. I think it's respect. They didn't say fuck the Spurs. I think that's his ultimate respect to say fuck Wemby. Like he was the one you needed to beat and not the Spurs. So if it's gonna be fuck Wemby all summer, shit, I feel like Wemby don't pay attention to social media anyway, so it's like, cool. Put my name out there. If you're talking about me good or bad, you're talking about me. It don't matter. I'm on your mind. So I love it. It's all social media. Shit, fuck it. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? Let it fly. Knicks deserve it, so they deserve to say fuck everybody. Not just Wemby, everybody.
Okay. All right. Skip, let's shift over to you. I listened to a video. I thought I might have heard your voice. Wasn't sure. I know because you were out here in LA with us, but.
He text somebody. Say
I was there. That,
Okay, that's
yeah, I was there. I was.
I've been watching your videos on the app
Yeah,
formerly known
thank
as
you.
Twitter, Skip.
I appreciate it. I
Victim
got one
Wembanyama.
viewer, right?
What?
You.
Millions. Victim Wembanyama, I believe, was.
One viewer.
But what do you think about Brunson and Knicks?
By the way, Rashad, are you wearing your prediction for next year? I was just curious.
I just love basketball.
Oh,
Skip.
that's all.
I just love basketball. Let's not get it twisted.
Are you on the Pistons bandwagon?
No, I just love hoopers.
Okay,
I love
checking.
hoopers. I love basketball. I got a whole
I got it.
closet full of this shit. I got to pick which jersey I want to wear, so I ran out.
I'm with all you guys. I don't read too much into what that was. And the Knicks have been on this media tour, and as Josiah suggests, that they'd all had a whole lot of few. And I don't think Jalen Brunson initiated the F Wemby. But I will say this. I do think there's a little brewing bad blood between the shortest man on the floor and the tallest man on the floor. And you did the David and Goliath reference yesterday, and there was a lot of that going on. But if you look back and you showed the smush down or shove down or whatever that was, and then Draymond did say on his podcast, I know we're going to talk about another podcast he does, I guess he does one every day.
We're going to talk about both of them.
All right.
Go ahead.
But Draymond did say on his podcast going back a week or so ago that it sure looked to Draymond like Wemby sent one of his best buddies on the team, veteran Harrison Barnes, into the game to try to take Jalen Brunson out or cheap shot him, and they did bang knees for what that's worth. And then yesterday on X, formerly known as Twitter, there was much made, a long thread, about the uncalled flagrant foul on Wemby, where he did come down, as you point out, with slipping his giant shoe underneath Jalen's landing area. And it looks like Wemby he's not looking at the ball, trying to block the ball. He's looking down at Jalen's feet, as in trying to position his feet to take Jalen Brunson out with a potential ankle injury. And Jalen's had a bunch of ankle injuries in his career. And the suggestion on Twitter was that the NBA would have gone back and looked at that and almost had to go ahead and reinstate a flagrant call, which would have cost him, obviously, Game 6 back at Madison Square Garden. So between those two, there are 3 incidents that did happen where there could be a little bad blood. And I didn't see the rest of the Knicks rush to protect Jalen at all. I didn't see them running to his rescue, or the way I think Kenyon would have been in the middle of it once, especially on the shove down play. Maybe they just didn't see it. But I do think, to have a rivalry, you need to play, and they're only going to play twice in the regular season. And then what are the odds that they play again in next year's finals? Not terrible, but not great. And you to get a rivalry going, it's like LeBron versus the Spurs. They played 3 times. LeBron versus Golden State, they played 4 times. So you're going to need some repetition here of finals over the next couple of years. Is it sure? It's possible, and I like it. I like the for my sake, our sake, talkability. I like Knicks Spurs. I think it's interesting to me. And I like the little man versus the big man. And I would like to see this get run back this year. I would enjoy this. So I do think there's an undercurrent of bad blood between a guy who will never talk about it publicly and Jalen Brunson, and for Wemby to acknowledge it publicly. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's like 5'11", that you're, so but I do think there's some reality going on here. There's a little bit of early bad blood, especially between Brunson and Wemby.
I mean, this is not just limited to 2026. You go back a couple of years, Brunson dropped 61, San Antonio, Wemby threw the game ball into the crowd. I don't think.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That
was quite as
good
malicious.
Note. That's a ways back. Yeah. Yep. That's a good one.
Threw his game ball into the crowd. Get a little nigga the ball back, Swaggy.
That's cold.
I didn't let him take a 60.
Man.
Took the 61-point ball. Spurs got the win, threw it in the crowd. So,
But they was in the club in that video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see. I think he probably just taking a shot with fans, and you can't control what fans say, though. They do a lot.
a lot of voices said it, but
A lot of echoes in there,
there was
wasn't
a,
it?
yeah, there was.
There's gonna be a lot of parents.
They gonna do a lot.
It was a yeah.
I could cheers to that. I could cheers to that.
It was a little extra.
Take a shot. Take a shot with me. Take a shot with me.
But I ain't got to, man, what you talking about? What the fuck? Why we got to be? Yeah,
Nah,
I agree
in the
with that.
moment you lit. Though.
Hey, no, you know they was.
Hey,
Yeah.
but you're lit though. Like you know.
But it's not even necessarily Knicks Spurs, but it feels like we got a Brunson Wemby, even though they don't
Yeah.
play the same position. Something for the league to
They
put.
kind of do.
Well, I think you just got a big versus the small guard.
Yeah.
Just a thing in general, because
got
the
a
bigs
problem.
have been dominating from Jokic to Embiid to Greek Freak. So Now you got somebody, American guard, 5'11", yeah, that beat an international player. I mean, yeah, we've been on the couch talking about the international players taking over.
The
And
European tech? Then
What happened?
Our beef is with the Thunder. Our beef is with SGA and them.
Okay.
New York is cool.
You run.
no, it ain't.
Yeah,
Nah,
run from New
nah,
York.
Wemby.
You
Nah,
better
nah,
run
Wemby.
from
This is
New
the
York.
second time you done lost to an American.
No, that's cool, but
try to-
No,
our
no,
beef
no,
is
no,
with
no, no, no,
OKC.
no. That's not cool
Yeah,
because
what-
y'all
what-
supposed to be taking over.
What do you mean beef or just rivalry? Or
Yeah,
do
we're
you-
gonna kick y'all ass.
okay,
Continuous.
but is there bad blood?
100%. You don't remember the final? You don't remember the series?
Do I?
Do you
but I
remember
don't
the other games we beat you guys? You remember
Unfortunately, I do.
that? And then me and you have a rivalry because you like him and I like him, and I'm gonna
Okay.
be kicking your ass.
All right.
Yeah,
From this one,
But there weren't any cheap shots or
there
incidents.
definitely was. Lou Dort, the whole nine.
What?
Lou Dort did what? He did it to Joker.
He tackled
I
people.
think the
He-
Spurs is a rival for
Tackle
everybody,
people?
Yeah.
Because Wemby
Why,
now.
Stefan Castle made
Wherever
the
they
Pro
do
Bowl
playoffs.
against the Thunder.
But he's a Hall of
Right?
Famer. He's a
He
Hall of
did.
Famer.
Yeah.
Lou Dort is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's going to be lucky if he's a Thunder next year.
That will make it better for you guys. That will make it better.
Dort is a Hall of Fame.
Pro bowler. I think this is a football. This is shifting.
He missed
Who won
it. He
the
missed it.
in-season?
Got to catch it.
Who won the in-season cup?
The Knicks did.
The Knicks did.
Okay.
Versus the Spurs.
There was a thumb incident after the game that
Versus
was
Spurs, too.
highlighted.
Yeah, I remember. I knew they played. I just couldn't remember who won.
Is that the
That's
first
all-
time?
so we've seen them NBA Cup
they swept.
championship.
I think the
Swept
Spurs
the
is
season.
everybody's right.
5-1 in
now that
championship
Wemby's the
setting.
most hated.
Yeah, so they swept the season against that team. Yeah, that ain't a rivalry.
Ain't
They
no
kick-
rivalry.
That ain't no rivalry. They kicking the Spurs
They got the best.
ass.
They got the best.
So they got to meet again.
Yeah, they kicking the Spurs ass, man. The Knicks are.
Brunson
that
ain't
no
kicking the
rivalry.
Wemby.
Spurs,
He
Spurs
like,
put
man, I
belt
got
to ass
your
to the
number.
Thunder. The Knicks are putting belt to
So
ass.
it's 2-1 during the regular season with the
NBA Cup
with the
champion.
NBA Cup. 4-1 doing that. That ain't no rivalry.
And plus, they inflicted the Spurs' worst loss of the year was that March 1st game at Madison Square Garden. They beat them by 26. So they pretty much
ended that
owned.
11-game streak.
Yeah.
The Americans
ain't no
versus the
rivalry.
European players are a rival.
Yeah, that's not.
America's winning, Mister.
Yeah, we take that OKC rivalry.
That 7-game series
Okay.
over here.
Well, good luck
Yeah,
to you.
that's what I'm saying. That's the rivalry.
That's the rivalry because
Yeah.
they're in the same conference. They got a chance to play in the playoffs multiple
I'd say.
times, and I want them to meet in the first, second round sometime. Like that's where it's going to be shaping out.
Okay.
Meeting early
But,
and late.
but obviously, if
For the
my
next 5
second and
years.
third best players are healthy next year, you're done.
How?
Yeah.
What do you mean, how? We took you
Our
all the way to
players
the.
are better than your players.
I know, but we took you to the wire in Game 7 without our second and third best scorer.
Because you had
Facts.
3 other
Well,
players on the
Facts.
floor with you,
Yeah.
referees.
Facts without their second.
Yeah, we had one
Right.
gutless 7-footer on the floor. So we
I
had.
mean, that ain't our fault. This is
Yeah.
third team All NBA. What you
Maybe
want me to
he'll
do?
grow a pair by next year, and
Hey, De'Aaron
would you
Fox.
help?
He needs to go see the Wizard.
He does. It's true.
You need a heart.
He needs to come and train with
He
you
need-
for an off
He need the
season.
line, or what the line was the curve. Yeah, he need a heart.
He
He needs
need-
balls.
We had
Yeah,
De'Aaron
he
Fox
need-
on the floor.
He need to go see the Wizard.
Which you want? I mean, if you gonna compare apples and oranges? Like, come on now.
So let's take a deeper dive into this Knicks squad. Knicks went 16-3 overall this postseason, 15-1 in their last 16 games, including a 13-game winning streak. NBA record, 9 straight road wins. Their 14.9-point average margin of victory for the entire playoffs set an NBA record. Won 3 straight over the Hawks in the first round after going down 2-1. Swept the Sixers, swept the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals, including that game one where they overcame a 22-point fourth quarter deficit. Gentlemen swept the Spurs. Their 3 losses were by a combined 6 points this postseason, and their 16 wins were by a combined 289 points. So question for you, gentlemen, did the Knicks just deliver one of the greatest playoff runs in NBA history?
Yes. Yes. That's domination. Your losses are combined by 6 points. Yeah. When you said that said all I need to. Yeah, absolutely. That's a hell of a run, man. That's a hell of a run. Your first round, you down 2-1, and
CJ McCollum, Pop.
Where does it rank?
What do you think?
where does it rank?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is it
where
top 5?
rank. Because I don't gotta really
run?
do some research.
The run?
Yeah, the run. Yeah, I mean, you got Dirk. You got Dirk's run.
I think tied for the 9th best
I would
postseason
think-
record all time, but again, that 15-1 after that 1-2 start.
That
beat a
run
team
there,
by
15-1
damn near
No,
after the
just-
first round, 15-1.
All 4 closeout games.
I'm gonna get at.
Lakers went.
I mean,
That's
because
a hell of a run, dog.
the reason why I'm hesitant is because we talked about whoever wins the East is gonna get beat by whoever wins the West.
That was
Who
the
said that?
discourse.
That was a
Yes.
conversation on the couch.
Yes.
That was
Yes,
a
it was.
conversation
Yes,
in
it
the
was.
community.
Yes,
it
it
was
was.
like the
Yes,
East
it was.
is not strong enough.
Yes,
I
we
mean,
did say
Because,
yes.
because we were
Yes.
talking about Detroit possibly coming
Yes.
out
I
and
mean,
being and
Boston,
facing the Knicks,
you know?
and it was like whoever comes out on the East, they not strong enough to beat SGA or
My team.
Joker or whoever it was on the West that came out. And nobody was thinking that the Spurs would be the team that come out. We was all, I'm not gonna say we, but most people were thinking that OKC would beat the Spurs and go on and then go beat whoever's on the East. But that wasn't the case. I mean, 15-1 is very impressive, but you look at the East and you say, all right, they came back against what team? Okay, who was out there playing? And who was hurt? Who was this? Like, them are not excuses, more so than knowing who you're up against. If the East is weak, and if that's what we're saying, the East is weak, and then New York 15-1 it after having a threat against Atlanta it's up in the air. Because you look at the Spurs trajectory and the path they had to take. You got to go through who they play first round, Portland. Then the Timberwolves, and then OKC. Like, that's a tougher road.
I heard Timberwolves and I heard OKC. It's tough.
But it's just the team.
Yeah, they were hurt. Yeah.
Who was hurt?
That's what I'm saying.
Who was hurt? For
Minnesota?
Timberwolves?
Anthony Edwards wasn't,
Anthony Edwards. I mean, the whole.
Did he play?
but he wasn't healthy.
Yeah,
Did he play?
Yeah, but who else was out?
Nobody.
Yayo, Divincenzo.
Yeah.
They was.
Vincenzo
Yeah, they
was
was.
out.
Yeah, like
Yeah, that shit
Anthony
went.
Edwards was not
that was
healthy.
the easy road for y'all too.
Okay.
Jalen
So
Williams
does
is out
everybody
for
have an
Thunder.
easy road every year?
There are injuries every year. The
Every
Thunder
year?
literally won a championship.
I'm
last
just.
year.
I don't want to
thought-
go back to memory lane.
But y'all's was harder than yes, the East for sure.
Or just.
it?
I'm just saying prior years.
They
Prior
went
years.
7 with OKC. I mean,
They lost.
OKC defending champ, so that's expected.
Yeah. And they
Like,
had
that's
Jalen
expected for them
Williams.
to.
I mean, but this team,
playoffs.
but these,
Man.
I mean, but these dudes, this is their first time in the playoffs.
Man, you're going against
Nobody expected.
Wiggins-
Nobody expected the Spurs to do this.
Wiggins,
Come on now,
Dort,
let's be real.
Hockenstein. You're going against Wiggins, Dort, Hockenstein in your starting lineup.
Dort, Harkness.
And y'all acting like that's like super hard.
What are you talking about? They're
I'm
going
just
against.
saying they had one player. Literally Shea. One player. Literally one player on that team.
What are you talking about,
The
bro?
Spurs, you saying that was hard. Y'all went to a game 7 with just Shea. Dort was nowhere around.
Bro, did you watch the game?
Yes, did you?
What are you talking about? They had a team. They had the whole team except for who?
wasn't the team.
Who didn't play?
Jalen Williams.
Jalen Williams. One guy.
Their second best player.
Yeah, that's
AJ Mitchell got hurt
AJ
in that series.
Yeah, that was
Game 2.
That series. Like, he played the rest of the playoff.
They
He
won
played the
5 more
other
games,
game.
but they won 5 more
He
games. in
played
that series.
games prior to that.
If he got hurt in game 2, they played 5 more games in that
They did.
series.
Hey, unfortunate for him.
Yeah.
Fortunate for him. People
For
get
them-
hurt
For them, the team.
and things happen, but that you still got the rest of your team.
So can we
that
just
you
say
bump
both
with.
sides then were weak then? If we're going,
I'm not gonna say that the West was weak because anybody could have came out of the West.
And anybody could have came out of the East.
Obvious not. If you're 15-1, how could anybody come out of the East if
'Cause
you're
you got-
15-1?
Because you got to play the games. That's how anybody can come out of it. You got to play the games. It wasn't a foregone conclusion.
How
who
many
was gonna come out of
7-game
East.
series was in the East?
Who cares?
honestly, they got
We're having a conversation.
But I'm
What
saying,
are you
there was-
saying? Who cares?
4-1.
Who cares?
4-1.
You
Because there were multiple 7-game series on the West.
They did the
'Cause you
Spurs
gotta
like
play
they
the
did
game.
everybody else, though.
Like, the Knicks had the opportunity to go 7, but they were better than them teams. They swept them.
Man. And then they
So
just swept the Spurs.
there were 7 games scheduled. They just didn't need them. Right? All them games are set. They're scheduled for 7 games. They just didn't need them.
Pistons and Magic went 7.
That's all.
Cavs and Raptors.
Cavs and Raptors went 7.
Sixers and
And
Boston went 7.
Boston was 7, but they all
Pistons and Cavs went 7.
could have, but
So we had 3.
What about on the West?
so there was three 7-game series on the West. I don't believe there was any, or in the East, excuse me, there wasn't any on the West in the first round.
None in the first round.
Conference semis, you had Detroit and Cleveland that went 7. No games on the West went 7 in the second round, and then obviously conference finals.
so just one.
That's only one game.
So
Spurs
there's only one
went 7.
series. So
None of them series was the Knicks. The Knicks didn't go 7 with nobody.
no, they whooped ass. They put foot to ass.
They went 6 with the Hawks in the first round. Swept, gentlemen swept.
Yeah. It was scheduled.
There were games on the.
Yeah, that was game. It was. if necessary. They put it in parentheses. It says if necessary. And they wasn't necessary.
Which is why I'm going to make the case that the Knicks run was the greatest playoff run ever.
Whoa.
Ever. And I'm going to start with the fact that the Knicks were the third biggest long shot to win it all in the last 50 years. They went in 17-1 odds to win it all, 17-1. It's a long shot. And the candidates that you could say are above them are the Warriors in 2017 because they went 16-1 overall. And then you got the Shaq Kobe Lakers of 01 who went 15-1 overall versus 16-3 for these Knicks. But when I look at the 2017 Warriors and obviously the 01 Lakers, they were prohibitively favored to win it all. Like it was over before it started because it was Shaq and Kobe and Derek Fisher and Rick Fox and Robert Horry and Ron Harper was on that team and Brian Shaw. They were just loaded and they were going to win it all. And the 2017 Warriors obviously had added this 7-foot jump shooter from Oklahoma City who just changed it all. So now you got Kevin Durant joining forces with those guys. So prohibitively favored. And yet these Knicks, in point differential, they were plus 283 through their whole 16-3 run. And that shattered the record of the 2017 Warriors, who were overall plus 250. So it beat it by, 230. So it beat it by 53 points overall. So they're going through the East, and I think we all agree the East was weaker than the West, for sure. I mean, you could say it's laughably weaker. But when you look at those three closeout games in the East on their path, they're all on the road, and they average winning all three of them by 39 points a night. Well, that's ridiculously dominant.
Yeah.
And it is pro basketball. I mean, they do have players who are getting paid, right? And then they get to let's just do the Lakers. They shattered, or didn't shatter, but they broke the Lakers' record for winning 8 straight road playoff games. They won 9 in a row on the road. And the 9th was a closeout game in San Antonio against the heavily favored Spurs. And that was the 3rd time they beat the Spurs in their house. In the NBA Finals, you did that. You went and won 3 times at their place as prohibitive underdogs. I don't know. That's pretty great to me, given the degree of difficulty. I don't know what's not to love about all that. They just kept doing it and doing it when they got on their rampage roll. And then they did it both ways. They did it dominating, and then they did it 5 straight times where they fell behind by 10 or more points. And one night they fell behind by 29 points, and they said, watch this. I don't know. As far as a run goes, how can you get any greater than that as an underdog, right? It's almost like fairy tale-ish, where you just say, that's impossible how they did it. But they left no doubt, did they? I mean,
they were able to do it because the team they played against was young and inexperienced.
okay, but they did have the one player that was supposed to be way better than anybody.
How can you say the East?
MVP, greatest defensive season in NBA history according to the Square Meter.
Yeah.
Well, how can you say the East was like super weak and they did what they did to the Spurs, to the West?
Because Boston wasn't who they were.
But they beat the top team in the West 4-1.
Yeah.
They beat the top team in the
The Spurs is the top team in the West.
I mean, yeah, they came. I mean, they OKC.
They did the same thing to everybody though, but you can't say. That's why I don't get how you say I could see if it went 7 in the finals, but they did the same thing they did to everybody in the East, to the Spurs, to the top team in the West.
But does injuries matter? Because y'all say injuries matter one moment, and then you say it don't matter the next moment.
Were the Spurs not healthy?
No, I'm talking about what Brandon was just saying about you got Philly, you got all the other teams on the East that were going through injury problems.
Yeah.
And they didn't have their full rosters and so on and so forth. But New York gets there because you will yourself to win. You find a way to win. You find a way to win.
Same thing in the West too, though. If we go,
But you look at the West and you look at the teams that we look at to be going to the finals, from the Nuggets to the T-Wolves to the Houston Rockets to saying, all right, we expecting these teams to at least face each other and make it a good playoffs. So the Spurs beat the Blazers. We kind of figured that.
Yeah.
Then you look at the T-Wolves and the Nuggets. I personally didn't think that it was going to end up being a T-Wolves beating the Nuggets the way that it was being promoted. So the Nuggets lose to them. Were they healthy? The Nuggets were they healthy or not? Yeah, they're healthy, pretty healthy. So it's like they win, and then OKC played who in the first round?
okay, so he played
That was
Phoenix.
crazy.
Phoenix in the first round, and
They
then
beat
the
the
Lakers.
Lakers without Luka.
Lakers no Luka, halfway
leaked Austin Reeves.
Austin
They beat the
Reeves.
Nuggets with no
But they did whoop the
Ant-Man.
Lakers ass all season. So
Just say that then.
They-
Ant-Man was half.
No,
He
but
wasn't.
They beat the Nuggets with no Ant-Man, remember?
Who beat the Nuggets?
Oh, Timmy was, remember? Ant-Man was out.
That's what, so think about the injury. Like, we're not gonna use the injuries as a reason why teams shouldn't win. Like, you play with who you got. Then they lost. Ant-Man came back. He played hurt. You lost anyway. SGA, he playing without AJ Mitchell. He playing without Jalen Williams. You still got to play. Chet, step up. All the other guys, step up.
Well,
like, all right, you don't step up.
Step back.
Boston Celtics chemistry all over the place. Like,
And they didn't have Tatum for the.
But then you look at the Spurs, De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper got hurt, went down, XYZ. That's one thing. But SGA, he had his guys, but didn't have his guys. But you know who had all his guys the whole time? Jalen Brunson. Healthy Knicks squad.
Except for Mitchell Robinson busted his hand. It
And he
didn't
played
matter,
anyway.
you know.
He
Well,
played
he can't
anyway.
shoot anyway, so it didn't matter.
So
OG Anunoby mess up his hamstring.
I think OG Dub
He did?
Yeah, some hamstring issues earlier in the playoffs.
was it the Hawks series, I think?
I think it was going into the next series.
Yeah. They ended up coming back strong. You know? So, I mean, guys gonna be hurt, but you're gonna win. You gotta win. I think.
so you say it's the greatest.
So OG only played
I
two
do.
games against
I mean,
the Sixers in
I
that
don't know
sweep.
how.
We had talked about
What's
that.
wrong with it? Like how can you what can you nitpick on it? What can you? I don't know.
The greatest?
Yeah, the greatest playoff run. Once they flip the switch against the Hawks, flip the script.
Have to have something to compare it to.
Well, I got on just pure one loss. It's the 2017 Warriors and the 2001 Lakers. That's what you compare it to.
Are you saying because it's an underdog story?
And because they shattered records of those teams, what they did with point differential and road playoff wins.
I can see it.
I mean, it's
I can give you that. I can't argue that.
it's just hard to argue
It is
against
hard
it.
to
And
argue.
I'm trying because I have a rivalry with Stephen A. Smith, and he confided to me the other night. He said, I was just living in fear that your Cowboys are going to break through and win again before my Knicks won again.
Okay, let
So
me ask you this.
yeah.
Do you think that the Spurs match up to the Cavs as the Cavs were the opponent for the Warriors? You think that team is like similar in firepower?
Now Spurs.
This Spurs in that 17 Cavaliers team with LeBron,
Oh.
K-Love, and all them, like comparing those two as far as the Knicks and Warriors, comparing their opponents
Okay, comparing
to making it magical. Like
Oh, I
the
see. I see
greatest.
what you mean.
The Cleveland Cavaliers is better. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. So the greatest, it's like I feel like the Warriors had to beat a better team to continue to run as a favorite and to get over that hump. They had to beat a better team. And then we look at the injuries that happened to that team that forced that back-to-back thing to happen. Whatever they want to use to say Kyrie was down, K-Love was down, whatever. Like those are things. So we're matching up the greatest. I would give the Warriors still the favorite over that.
Yeah, I'm gonna give the Warriors. Because I just feel like the Spurs, they young and they not experienced. So it's like that's the coach wasn't experienced.
Yeah.
First time, it's just I don't know. I'm gonna put a lot on that.
But
one.
the teams before they got to them as well, though. It just
I know. So that's why
Start
I know. But that's why I
Spurs-
think they were the
Spurs
underdogs,
just-
though. But that's why I think the Spurs were the underdogs. As much as we were going for the teams, the Spurs to me, because they went from not making the playoffs to making the playoffs, second place, to going to the finals. Like, who thought that was coming? Nobody thought that was coming.
I dig it.
I did too. I thought they were going to be really good. They got De'Aaron Fox.
We did not.
But when we talk about Cleveland, though, you think about the Cleveland team. These are two experienced teams that matched up in the finals.
Quick point of order. Back me up on this, Josiah. Game 1, 2017 at Oracle, LeBron broke his hand after the game, quote unquote.
On the
Not
wall.
quote unquote, Skip. You saw the cast.
Quote unquote. Remember,
Couldn't even dap up.
he wears a cast to the post-game interview after Game 4, right? After they're swept,
Oh, that was my year.
right? Okay, so you got an injury factor there.
Didn't want to make it about
Hey, LeBron had 50 game 1, and then JR did that 6. It was a tough one.
Well,
We knew we was gonna win, but
LeBron had a shot to
had
win the
50.
game and passed it to George Hill. I
it was
don't.
dunking on that.
the usually reliable George.
Yeah.
I think the Spurs could have got him back in the day though, if Kawhi didn't get hurt.
Which series?
The year, the first year KD got there.
Okay.
But could we say they broke all those
Well, that
records?
was when
When Zaza did the
he did it. Yeah, that's the
Because they
new
was
rule.
winning. They
It's
was
the
winning for
Zaza
like
rule.
20, yeah.
Yeah.
Could we say they broke all those records because the Warriors was blowing teams out? That's what, and they didn't have to play in the fourth quarter a lot?
Then their point differential would have been greater then.
If it would have been closer games.
You said they was blowing them out, right? The Warriors was blowing people out.
Yeah.
Right, because
Their
Stephen,
point
right, because
differential
Stephen,
would've been- But then, so their point differential would have been greater than this Knicks team. You see what I'm saying?
okay.
So
Well,
they
messed-
broke
what-
their record. So
what
this
messed
Knicks
us up?
team has the all-time point differential. So whatever the Warriors was doing in 17,
Yeah.
the Knicks outdid them this postseason.
What messed
and
us
as
up?
far as that stat,
By a ton.
Yeah.
By
Messed us up
53
with the
points.
Houston series. We went
Okay.
7.
Oh,
That's
okay,
why.
okay.
But we
Okay,
blew
never
everybody
mind.
else out. We blew
Okay.
forward,
Gotcha.
and then
So
7.
you was there. So you was there. So
Yeah.
you know. Was the West tougher then? When you look
Just
back.
Houston.
Just Houston. Who else was in the playoffs? Who else y'all played?
Played New Orleans, the Spurs, and Houston. Then
Portland was good too, right? With Dame?
that was the year after me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the
That's when they
Spurs
lost.
in-
That's when they lost to Toronto. And
Yeah.
remember they went to
19.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
that's
no
when KD
KD,
got,
bro.
yeah,
Yeah.
KD got hurt. That's when Clay got hurt.
Clay got hurt, KD got hurt. Yeah, that's, so.
But weren't you, as I recall, the Spurs were up on you in Game 1 pretty, like maybe by 18 or 20 or so?
that was the year with Zaza. Zaza did. I wasn't there that year. I
Okay,
can't-
okay,
yeah,
you weren't
yeah.
there.
Yeah, Zaza did that dirty.
Yeah, so the Spurs was
Oh, that's 20.
they was
18?
no Kawhi, just
Ooh,
Spurs.
they was finna get y'all out of there.
They was about to get him out of there
They was finna get y'all out of there. Kawhi was finna get y'all out of there.
for sure. I'm telling you,
So
no,
compare-
they scared. of Kawhi.
Comparing the
Kawhi.
West back then and the East today, which one is the harder? Because we're talking about point differential. The point differential between y'all run and then the Knicks run. So he's saying like the Knicks run, was it an easier run for the point differential to
So
even?
Knicks
I don't-
averaged 14.9. That Warriors squad, I think, was 13.5. So obviously, Knicks had 2 more games than the Warriors in that postseason. So the total number is going to be a little different.
Yeah, but I don't, because you got to play the games, man. Like, East was weak, West was weak. You still got to, it's a playoff team,
play, yeah.
right? It's a playoff team that was deserved to be there. And the teams out there whooping y'all ass. So that's just what it is. Like, so I don't care if the East was weaker back then or the West was weaker now or vice versa. It doesn't matter. They're a playoff team. And the point differential is what it is. You put that uniform on, they whooped y'all ass. Then, and the Knicks whooped the ass this year. So
All right, well, let's dive deeper into these Knicks. Knicks finished 3rd in the East this season with a record of 53-29. Won the NBA Cup back in December in their 3rd title in franchise history, but 1st in 53 years. Knicks' 8th different team to win the chip in the last 8 seasons. In that span, 4 teams from the East, 4 teams from the West have hoisted the Larry O'Brien Trophy, but no team has returned to the finals in the following year. So let's take a look at the odds right now for them to come back. Underdog has the Knicks as the 3rd favorite to win the title next season behind the Thunder and Spurs. This is a conversation we had before the Knicks won the championship. Now it's a conversation we need to have after the Knicks have won the championship. Kenyon, we'll start with you. Should the Knicks run it back with the core or try to change the roster for next season?
I'm glad this is up here, and I said I guarantee if they win it, they won't be the favorite next
You
year.
did say that.
Like, they won't be the favorite. And this says what my thought process is. There's been no team has repeated in the last 8 years because they remain the same. They lose pieces. Other people get paid in other places. You got to tweak your roster a little bit. Other teams are shooting for what you just did. Other teams are getting better. The playoff teams from this year think they got a chance for next year. Some teams that were close next year think they can make the playoffs next year. And if you remain stagnant, your chances are repeating are slim.
Yeah.
You might get back to the playoffs. You might get back to the Western Conference Finals, but good luck. Right. And for the odds to be this right now, after they just won it, I think you should upgrade. If you have an opportunity to upgrade your roster, I don't see why it should stop because you won, right? Other teams are gunning for you, so you have to get better. You can't have that championship hangover. You can't. All those things are real, so we've seen it. The Warriors came out this past season, came out the gates hot, 24-1, which a lot of teams don't do after winning. It's a championship hangover.
The Thunder.
Yeah.
They came out 24-1, my bad. They came out 24-1 hot out the gate. That normally don't happen because of the championship hangover. If you have an opportunity to upgrade your roster, I'm all for it after winning it. And we talked about the Knicks maybe adding Giannis. If that's a possibility, why wouldn't they? And people think I'm crazy for it.
But you got the Thunder and Spurs. Thunder are going to have some offseason decisions to make. They're going to be well over the second apron if they keep this roster intact as is. Obviously have a ton of draft capital, a ton of moves they can make, 2 first-round picks this upcoming draft. Spurs could potentially run this back, but you got now issue Dylan Harper, De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, they got
who you want to give the keys
all
to.
teams got decisions to make, right? Those 3 teams especially have decisions to make for different reasons. The Thunder is financial. The Spurs they got a young guy and an older guy they got to make a decision about. And the Knicks do we stay here or do we try to make a move to try to get our roster better? So I think they all have decisions to make. It just comes in a different package.
Do you feel as strongly about Giannis today as you did a week ago?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Like I said, win or lose.
You said
right?
it.
Win or lose.
Yeah.
I think the Knicks, if you have an opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
if Giannis is on the table and we have to give up Cat and maybe Josh Hart or one of them, I'm making that move. Like,
See, I don't make a tragic change like that.
no, I'm saying if I will explore it, man. Like, I don't see why not.
Another
If it's
Nova Nick Kenyon?
No, I'm just saying, if it's an opportunity we explore it. That's it. We see what it looks like.
If you're the Knicks, how concerned would you be that most of the reporting right now is Giannis to the Celtics? Would that change the balance of power in the East? Would that concern you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you're losing
And if they
Jaylen
don't-
Brown.
But that's what that, I mean.
You're losing Jalen.
Well,
It ain't like they're going to
you're-
keep 3 of them.
It's Tatum
You're
and
a
Giannis.
whole new
They can't.
team.
They can't.
Now, financially, you physically can't do that, but
Stephen A, you get traded.
yeah, you want him out of the East if he's not going to you want him out of the East.
Your ass is out of here.
But I just look at Giannis, what he brings to the table, how he approaches it. Like I stated before, no matter what team is fortunate enough to acquire his services next year, it'll be a benefit to their roster, right? No matter who it is. Because you know the way he's going to approach it, you know the way he plays. And if I'm the Knicks, I do explore it. If I don't have to give up Josh Hart and Mikal, I don't want to, trust me, because of what he brings to the table. But we saw that they didn't want to give up Dante DiVincenzo, and you see what it turned out as. That's all I'm saying.
I want to go back to the other champions before, right? The teams that we talked about that didn't make changes in the last 8 years. So I'll go back to the Boston Celtics. After they won, they made changes, correct?
They try to run it back with that main core. I think they brought back like eight or nine of that core roster for that.
Was that Porzingis came back?
Top 9.
Top 9.
All of them came back, right?
And they ended up obviously losing to the Knicks, I believe.
Knicks 4-2. and then Denver didn't make any changes.
Bruce Brown left, KCP left.
Milwaukee, they didn't make any changes. When we talking about just upgrading,
Yeah, but they lose because you're going to lose pieces because they're going to get paid because you won.
So you need
We lost
valuable
PJ Tucker.
pieces to
You need
replace.
little pieces.
Right, little
Yeah.
small. So that's why I'm like, when you say Knicks and you say Giannis, I don't agree with it because you already got a core
Yeah,
chemistry,
yeah.
and your upgrade don't have to be replacing the one guy who bought in to the chemistry.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It should be, let's go to free agent and see if we
Yeah.
can Shamit, Alvarado,
Jordan
Clarkson, they was cool, but they played instrumental parts down the line. And we're like, all right, OG, if he can stay healthy, we may not need to replace a guy like that. Bridges, Hart. These are the core. It's the core of New York.
Cat.
But if you can bring in another guy that can do multiple things in 3, 2, 3, 4,
Yep.
that's a guy like, I ain't gonna say like a Pascal Siakam type
Where
guy.
is he going to play, though? That's what I want to
He can play. They play
Not
free.
with them, dude, but not when you got those.
Listen, they need another ball handler and they need some deadly shooters. Yeah. That's all they need right now. Run
But
that
they
shit
still
through
got
Cat.
McBride. McBride can handle.
No, he got to go.
No, but I'm saying, like, you can go get some deadly shooters, another ball handler to take the pressure off Brunson. You're already over the apron, so you can't really do too much.
Yeah, McBride
right?
will be making
Cat
$4
has
million
Cat has already proven that if you run the offense through him, you already got your mega star with Jalen Brunson. So, let's just run it back right here. Let's just do it.
It's cool. You don't need to get rid of him.
Yo, you see some?
Free agent,
Only
I
person
think he
you
resigned.
Those numbers right there
can
don't
go-
worry me.
Same with the bread situation. Now
Yeah.
the cap gets a little bit tricky. So you got Mitchell Robinson, free agent.
Well, I go back to the
Alvarado
Thunder.
playoffs.
My point I wanted to make
Bruh.
was about the Thunder. Like the Thunder didn't make those upgrades, but they went 25-2 to start the season. So you look at the camaraderie and the chemistry they had going into the season. They look like clear front runners will be like, yo, they just got it, right? But for me, I came into the season knowing and seeing it. Like, y'all don't got what people are missing. Like, y'all are missing the upgraded piece that when you guys took it over the edge, it was because of injuries. But you still did it. But the things you need for the teams that upgraded and got new pieces, you didn't do those things.
Okay,
AJ Mitchell was a safe haven because you didn't expect him to be what he became.
But he became the upgrade.
He did.
Yes.
But you didn't go
No.
get him to say, we're going to bring you in to do this. He was a surprise based on Jalen Williams going down.
And Jared McCain was a little bit of an upgrade.
That was the upgrade that
At-
got you
at the
back
trade
to the
deadline.
conference
Yeah.
finals. But again, that wasn't something you went and got. That was Philly's stupid ass saying we don't want him.
But it's all right though. We still got
we
it
got
though.
it.
But we got
So it didn't take you over the top, and it didn't get you back to back.
because they
But
got
they're
hurt.
still
Because they
number
got.
one, though.
Ain't got nothing to
Because they had injuries. Yes.
Look where they at, though.
But with those
But
injuries,
and that's the to me fool's goal.
Those injuries.
No.
Because if you haven't upgraded and you lost to the Spurs, a team that hasn't been to the fucking playoffs, and you're not even going to upgrade again. How are you going to be the favorites?
They did upgrade. They just.
So with the, I hear you, yeah. With Cat scoring 2 points, right?
Okay.
2 points, 10 rebounds in game 5. You still don't.
No. We still went 5-1. He averaged 13.
Because
Come on,
Jalen
hey, but you know
Because of
you know
Jalen
what
Brunson.
that is though.
What?
The Cat 2 points. The
Cat 2 points ain't. Listen, we went 5-1.
Yeah.
Okay, we went.
Yes.
He just says the greatest run ever. So that 2 points, and I'm still part of the greatest run in playoff history.
And think
Come on now.
about the margin of error and the margin of victory. Like you won all those games by 2, 4,
If the
5, 9. Like you squeaked by, but what your squeak by was we had to come
Because he
back.
didn't do anything in the
No,
fourth quarters.
He never
I
did,
was- I
but he was a
saying
presence though. You
I
had to
was getting rid of
respect
town.
him.
But
you had to respect Cat when he was on
No, he
the
did it, and we
But-
talked about it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right, and then
So
when we
that's
talked
what
about
I'm
it, he had the next game. He had 5.
Yeah,
But you still got to
got
respect that he can give you 30 if you
first
let
game,
him.
the
But he
first
did.
2 games,
Does
he
your
started out
opinion
the
on
gate,
Cat
though.
change when you
he
realize that
did.
he's making $20 million more than Jalen Brunson next season?
No,
He's making
because
57.
Jalen took less money.
But
So he can-
Yeah,
but
that's-
the
that's
point
on-
is,
that's
if
on him.
I got the King of New York, and I got a guy making $20 million more
Well, he
than him.
gonna make
There's
all that
expectations.
back
But I'm the big bodega though.
Yeah,
You
Michael
know
Jordan
what I
had the
do.
same thing in
I'm
Chicago.
doing what I do.
And if we got a chance to go get the Greek Freak,
We gonna lose. We're gonna lose.
Bodega.
We're gonna lose shit to get the greet free.
Yeah,
And I'm not saying I
But
agree with
what
that.
you lose, you gain
We're gonna
though.
lose a lot
On
more.
a small margin, though.
We have two guys right now that like to play in the paint.
Mitchell and Cat.
Who?
No,
Oh, you're
if
talking about
Gian-
Brunson.
Brunson and Giannis. They like to both
They
put
can
their head
play
down
that
here,
way.
right?
Crowded, though.
Different style
Cat
of play,
is
though.
a pick and pop, can spread the
Yeah.
floor. It just works better. I'm not.
does.
Yes, Giannis is better. Yes,
He's an
we know
upgrade,
that.
for
yes,
sure.
for sure. But we talking about the offense
The
and how this
basketball
runs.
side of it.
Bro, we
Yeah.
talking about coming down,
Yeah.
getting able to get that pick and pop,
And
being
we
able to come
praising
do
Mike
what he
Brown,
did.
right?
Huh?
So we praising Mike Brown here, right? For
Yes.
getting the job. Well, Mike Brown, guess what, brother?
What?
You would have to do some coaching.
Nah.
No.
That's
I
all.
did all the coaching.
No, you put me in a position where now I gotta. All right, listen, man. We gotta. No, I can't do that. No.
It's like a
No, we can't.
rebrand.
Yeah, we
You
can't do
don't
that.
want to
We can't do that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
start all over.
We can't-
And it's a superstar that you're starting over with. It's like
mega
it's a
star.
mega
It's a
star.
mega star you're
Like,
talking about
over
now.
with Giannis. dog.
Giannis.
Knicks fans aren't
Well,
going to be like, damn, we missed Cat, but damn.
But
we got Giannis.
but
It's just like getting
but-
Luka. It's like getting Luka though. Like
On
it's
the
like
side,
you
though,
get Luka,
for
you
sure.
get Giannis. You like, yo, we definitely got a chance.
On the
But
side,
then
though.
you see the
win
chemistry,
it.
and you're
No,
like,
you better win it now, though.
this don't feel good.
Now
Okay.
you better win it.
So that's
That make New York
what's wrong with that
popular,
pressure?
Okay.
It
No,
does
You just
make
better
it
Do
win
it
it.
make New York more popular?
If they
What's
get
wrong
Giannis,
with that?
yes,
What's
100%.
wrong
No,
with
we're
that?
not.
Marketing, everything.
We're not
Be
complaining
crazy,
about that.
bro.
We're
B, what's wrong
we're
with
talking
that
about the-
pressure though? Of that we have to win it. What's wrong with that pressure?
That's a lot of pressure.
But what's
for Knicks
wrong
uniform.
with it?
No, that's a lot of pressure. I'm just saying it's a lot of pressure.
He just
I
had that
think they
pressure in
welcome.
Milwaukee, though.
I think they
The
welcome.
pressure in Milwaukee and the pressure with the Knicks is two different.
Yeah,
Like, he
100%
walked in the door-
media-wise,
Yeah,
but
yes.
still pressure.
If he walk in the door without a championship, yes. He walks in the door with one.
And a finals
And the
MVP.
finals, that helps.
Yeah.
Listen, that's,
Over
still
there,
pressure.
though, you guys are missing.
We
the
have
point. He won that.
expectations.
No, but
I'm
no,
with that.
no.
What's wrong with
No,
it?
but he won it over there, though. Like he won it over. That has nothing to do with when you're here with this Knicks
So
jersey
you
on.
bring
This
a
is
championship
different.
It's a lot
experience in the
that
door,
comes
don't
with it,
Right,
bro.
we
don't
have.
matter.
We already
Like-
have championship experience here.
But bringing an ad
No,
that
that's fine.
that did it and,
He gonna have to deal
and
with
was
the
the
KD
ace.
stuff.
Say
No,
that?
You gonna have to deal with the KD stuff.
He's Greek, though.
No, he won it already.
You cool and all, but this is Brunson town. Like,
But
Like,
and let
deal
that
with
be.
that.
So, like I said the other day, let that be. That's fine. If I know Giannis, right, from what I could tell from just being around and being, he
Giannis
wanna
wants to be
win.
the man.
He want to win. Though. Before anything, he wants to win. He goes out and competes in order to win. The words that comes out of his mouth during interviews, I want to compete, give us a chance to win, whatever I have to do, the possibility to win, all these things about winning, right? I've won here, yes. If I have the opportunity to win with somebody that just, why would, I don't need to be on the billboard now.
Well, you don't need to
There's
leave
plenty of
either.
billboards
You
in
don't
New
need to
Yeah,
leave.
I don't need,
You don't need to
Only
leave
thing I'm
either.
doing
If
is-
you already won, you already
Go
proved.
ahead. Go get the upgrade. Go
It's a
ahead.
foregone. It's almost a foregone conclusion that he is not going to be in Milwaukee next year.
No, I understand. I'm just saying.
So it ain't
your
no
need
person I go
your
get
need to
tickets.
win
It
and
ain't
saying
on
that you
him.
want to win. If that was the case, you would have made it work where you are.
He did
So
to the best of his ability.
So now going somewhere else and saying I'm going to defer and I'm going to.
Who said he has to defer?
You said he's all about winning.
Yes, and that's what that is. He
you're
can
gonna
go
have
up
to
and
He's
be
going to
him.
have to defer in New
gonna have to
York.
defer.
How?
If he goes to Boston, same situation.
How is he going to have to
You don't
defer
have
to
defer
who?
to Tatum?
To who? Why?
I'm not defer-
Why does?
You better
but
not,
ask-
not-
I'm a
don't,
champion,
don't
but
disrespect.
We
yeah.
champions here.
I'm not deferring to him.
But why do I have to defer to
I'm not
anybody?
deferring to Tatum.
Everywhere you go, you're going to have to defer.
So let me ask you,
But
so
no,
what is
If
defer?
Giannis goes,
everywhere you go.
if Giannis go to Boston,
you
I'm
go
not-
to Minnesota,
You're leaving
you
your
defer
fucking
to
throne.
Ant-Man.
Giannis
Ask
is
me
leaving
what
his
does-
throne to
can
go
you-
to somebody else.
Can you ask me what does deferring to them look like? Because I don't know what it looks like.
deferring mean
What
take
does
the
it
back
look
seat,
like?
buddy.
What
This
does it
is
look-
my house.
But what does that look like?
That means when the game is on the line, you know who has the ball.
I'm taking the shots.
Well, so that's y'all worried about a pissing contest.
That's not a pissing contest. Do you want to be the greatest or not?
He is. The,
Do you want to be the greatest or not? The greatest got to have the ball in their hands when the play is
y'all
on the line.
No, man.
Yes, it does.
His
Yes,
legacy-
yes, it is. Yes,
his
it
legacy
is.
is be determined about winning and losing,
Oh my
man.
God. Okay. Well, listen.
You
If
don't
he
have
go to
to
the
win the
Knicks,
championship
listen.
wherever he goes.
Listen.
Right.
Listen.
Winning
If
and
Giannis,
losing
listen,
determines the legacy,
if Giannis
yes or
goes
no?
to the Knicks and win 3 more rings and don't get a Finals MVP,
Who said he's not?
if he doesn't get one
He's-
and Brunson keeps
He's
running, get
27
one.
and 11,
20 and Giannis.
13. Like consistently.
Okay, and this guy's averaging 30-something.
He won't average. He don't need that. He averaged that because his number 2.
I am not turning off the switch because he coming over here.
You don't have to turn it.
What are you talking about? I am the king of New York. I am not turning off the switch when Giannis come over here.
Who says he has to turn it down?
I'm not. I'm just telling you, I'm not.
who
So
said
I'm going to
he has
keep
to?
averaging my 32.
Has kept
I'm going to keep averaging my
guys at
32.
the same time. They both turn it on. Somebody got to turn it down.
Who?
You think
Who did?
Giannis not deferring that?
Jalen Brown had to turn it down.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray had to turn it down.
The other guy was number 1. Jason Tatum has been number 1 on that team.
Jalen Brown had to turn it down.
No, he did not. Jason Tatum is number 1.
He wasn't number 1 this year.
Jamal Murray is number 2. Jokic is number 1. Jalen Brown is number 2.
Jalen Brunson is number 1.
He is number 1 on that team. Yes.
Giannis coming over. You saying Jalen Brunson gonna move to number 2?
Why would he have to move? Well, y'all worried about the wrong.
No, we're not.
We're asking it, bro.
Right.
You gotta stay on
Because
track.
that guy is him there.
So who's number 1 and who's number 2?
Who's number 1 and who's number 2?
Please.
So when Allen Iverson and Carmelo Anthony played together, who was 1 and who was 2?
I'm asking you. You
Carmelo
were there.
Anthony was number 1. They was in
same amount of
Denver.
points.
I'm asking you. You
He
were
was
there.
in Denver. You was
both
there.
averaged the same amount. I'm telling you, they both averaged the same amount of points. So who was 1 and who was 2?
I'm asking you.
You
were
tell
there.
us.
Neither one of them. Neither one of
So
them.
this is the first time in history that neither one of them was number 1 or number 2. There's 2 number 1.
Whose team was it, Kenyon?
It was neither one of them.
No, neither one of them.
Neither one of them. So Allen Iverson came all the way to
You know
Denver.
why? We lost in the first fucking round.
That's not the. No.
So
Carmelo. It was Carmelo Anthony's team. He was
it was
drafted
not.
there.
he was already there.
It was Carmelo Anthony's team.
Okay, cool. They came and they
He
both
was the star
averaged
guy.
27.
Carmelo Anthony was the mega star there.
They both
Allen
averaged 27. You know who took the shots at the end of the game? Both guys.
Okay.
So what?
KD was the better player,
So
but
what?
it was Steph's team.
Whose team was it?
It was Steph's team, but KD was the guy. Like, it don't matter what KD
Yeah, because
did,
Steph
it was
already.
Steph's team.
Yeah.
And so when
what
LeBron
was
went to
ultimate goal?
Miami,
What was
it
ultimate
was
goal?
the D-Wade's
Championship.
team.
Said
Right.
it, Nick?
Championship.
I know, but
So,
who?
like,
I
some
know.
games,
I know, but who was the
as a
guy though?
coach,
Get-
It really didn't matter.
So tell me, thank you.
I
Nick.
really can't. I can't take
You
that. Some
experienced it?
games. Yeah, some
Was
games.
it 2 number 1s?
Nick, you experienced it. Was
They
it 2
both
ones,
was
Nick?
fighting over the.
Hey, Skip, can it be 2
seemed
number
like
ones?
They both was doing so good that you didn't know who the Finals MVP was gonna go to until one messed up.
Skip, can it be 2 number 1s?
So it was.
It's usually like Carmelo was. He was already established when Allen got there.
And yes, I was there.
And you were there.
I was there.
I know you were there.
I got the
Who was
Denver
the
Melo
ultimate?
second
KD,
year.
Steph
Okay.
was the ultimate.
And
who was
and
number
AI was starting to get to the downside of his
Prime.
career,
Still
right?
averaging
He was coming
27.
out of his prime a little bit.
They're averaging 27.
Okay, all right. But it's just Carmelo is established.
Yes.
Just the way Jalen would now be very established.
Mm-hmm.
And the locker room is going to look to Jalen before they look to Giannis.
Oh,
And that's
for
okay.
game winners, yeah, absolutely. I
And
understand.
it should be okay with Giannis
Yes.
if he signs off. I know it's hypothetical.
Yes, all of this hypothetical. Yes.
But
Yeah, absolutely.
still, I've been intrigued by it from the moment it came out of your mouth the first time because, and now I'm a prisoner of the Game 5 moment because Cat scores 2 points, but still, when I just do Giannis or Cat, well, obviously it's Giannis, even though they're both along the trail quite a ways because Giannis is going to be 32 in December. And it's his 14th year. Well, I'm not saying you're out of your prime, but you're at the backside of your prime.
Yes.
And you are a little more injury prone than you have been as a
for sure.
kid, right? Okay, a little more.
How he plays the game.
Okay,
there,
and you
yes.
made the point you need to calm down a little bit and reconstruct the way you play the game. You don't need to run the floor quite as hard as you used to run the floor 5, 6, 7 years ago, right? Okay. So I do remind you that Karl Anthony Towns this year for the Knicks, during the regular season, he averaged 12 boards a game,
Yes.
and that was second to Jokic in rebounds in the
12.
league.
He averaged 20 and 12.
Okay, so that's substantial production that you have to account for, and Giannis, I think, can account for that. But here's the concern. Giannis, twice in his career, has led the league in usage rate. He's led the whole, it's 39% twice, where he had the ball for 39%, let's call it 40% of the time. It's a lot, man.
Absolutely.
It's like It's
gotta
my
have the
ball.
ball. I
Yeah,
gotta have
it's
the ball.
my ball.
Yeah.
And
Ball stopper.
But he was clearly the man in Milwaukee for a championship team and the Finals MVP. So he would have to accept some things going into this situation that I think he would in year 14. You know, like he'd say, okay, I got a shot here. Now, there'd be, to your point, huge pressure on him because I'm intrigued by it because for Leon Rose and your man worldwide, yeah, it would be the all-time gutsy move, but it would be a shrewd one to say, let's really upgrade here. The only thing that sticks in my craw about it is I've been watching these 5 Knicks starters do the media tour. They've been on every show there is imaginable, and they seem very close knit to me. And Jalen loves his core. And boy, he'd have to sign off on a big move, and especially if you have to throw Josh Hart into it. That's his podcast part. You know, like
that's a tough sale, right?
Josh Hart.
Them two is a tough sale.
I don't think you're breaking up the Nova Knicks.
That's a tough sale. It is. It's a tough.
You're not breaking up this championship Nova Knicks core. I'm just
like that's a tough sale. Absolutely.
He's not going nowhere.
Main question though, Skip.
Okay, they're going to want more than Karl Anthony Towns.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Does he take the back seat?
It don't have to.
It's a 1A seed. It's not back seed. It's
Scoot over.
Listen, I don't feel like driving today. Listen, we're driving across the country. Like I said, we're driving across the country. And hey,
I promise you.
You drive 12-hour shifts. I drive 12 hours.
So did Dame was Dame the same in that same position?
No.
So Dame was backseat.
He was backseat.
Yeah. Yo, it's the same thing with Shaq when Shaq went to Miami and Gary Payton told him, yo, big fella, you got to take the back seat on this one and let Dwayne Wade go ahead.
Who took the back seat, KD or Steph? Who's 1A and 1B?
KD took the back. I mean,
KD took the back seat because they had to tell KD, don't take the back seat. We want you in the front seat, if you don't remember. When KD got there, KD was very complacent with trying to fit in with the team. They was like, no, we need you to be yourself. They had to remind him that you didn't come here to be the guy. We're just trying to
save us.
Bro, come in here and be you. They had to tell him that because he was willing to just be a part of one of the guys. He was like, I know what y'all do.
They also said we won here before you.
And that's my point too, though. But that's my point as well, right? Why would we trade for Giannis to come over here and not be Giannis, right? Why would we bring him here to be like, you know what? Come over here and take a backseat to Jalen Brunson. Like, no, we need you to come here and average your 27, 13. Like, you need to come in and do you, be you, right? Be that dog that won that championship and that finals MVP in Milwaukee, that won 60 games and 58 games. And we need that person here.
But maybe
we're not bringing you here to be like,
but maybe that don't fit
this
the
is
system.
Jalen's team.
Maybe that don't
we
fit the
understand who's going to take the shots down the stretch. We understand that. That's what this is the closer here. Yes, but there are going to be opportunities for some games for me to make plays in those moments as well. But if we're in this and we're trying to do this thing to win, I'm just looking at the winning aspect of it. I'm not looking at anything else.
Okay.
Whoever plays, if they hypothetically make it to the finals, and whoever plays the best in that finals will be the finals MVP. Who knows who that could be? You know what I'm saying? Like this, we were talking about OG Anunoby and might have had a shot this year. So it's just who's playing well at that time.
That would have been big. That would have been huge.
But it's just
You think Giannis is not getting to a finals and trying to sneak that finals MVP? I can put that.
He tasted it. But you can't give me a taste of something and be like, no, I don't want that no more. It's like, no, this is the greatest.
But
he's playing though. You got to play the game.
Right, I have to play the game, but maybe the way he plays doesn't fit the system. That's all I'm saying.
We don't know that.
But we know that the way Cat plays. We know the way Cat plays that it does fit the system.
So now we have to come in here and do it like
try to figure it out.
It's like that's all.
He sucked. Why change?
It's not like
he sucked. He's saying.
But our teams do teams try to get better next year.
But
no, they have to get better.
The best
no, they have to get better.
The best. Like I beat Boston already.
Yeah, but they weren't healthy.
They have to get better.
Before you talking about?
I beat them with Porzingis and everything.
Yeah, the year before. Yeah, they beat them 4-2.
And what if Boston has Giannis now with Jason Tatum?
But they gonna
no
lose.
Jaylen Brown.
No Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
They lose something. They lose a big
Okay.
piece.
All of a sudden, Boston's going to have to do what you're talking about. The Knicks. They're just going to have to revamp
gets
the
Giannis.
whole show.
Whoever gets Giannis, if they're trying to win, that's what it has to
But
be.
especially
Right?
Boston, you can't shoot 53 threes a
that ain't
game.
what his game ain't that.
Go rebound.
I mean, I ain't gonna
Minnesota
front.
trying to get him
Like,
through.
Go rebound, big
That's
fella.
all. I'm just looking at
Boston
it.
is crazy.
No team is repeat. No team has went back because of those reasons. Other teams try to get better. If you have the opportunity, like I said, this is all a
Ant-Man and Giannis?
hypothetical thing, right? So let's see. But
You don't want to see Ant-Man and Giannis?
But at a certain
And
point,
the East.
you got to do, all right, well, let's keep this thing moving. It's going to be a very, very interesting draft, free agency, offseason around the league. But today's podcast is sponsored by Roe. Women find confidence sexy, and they can sense it. So don't let your worries about staying hard in the bedroom get in the way. Luckily, Roe Sparks is here to help. Roe Sparks are a 2-in-1 prescription treatment for guys who want more control over their erections. They hit the bloodstream faster because they dissolve under the tongue, and getting hard faster means having more sex. After they dissolve, they work in 15 minutes on average. Roe stays active in your system up to 36 hours, so you can go back to back to back or be ready the morning after. Roe connects guys with a medical provider 100% online, so there's no awkward conversation with in-person providers. If approved, treatment ships directly to their door. If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off their first Sparks order on a recurring plan. Connect with a provider at roe.co/arena to find out if prescription Roe Sparks are right for you. That's ro.co/arena for $15 off your first order. Sparks is a compounded drug product. Compounded drugs are permitted to be prescribed under federal law but are not FDA approved and do not undergo FDA safety, effectiveness, or manufacturing review. For full safety information, go to roe.co/safety-info. So we talked Knicks. Let's shift over to the San Antonio side. Spurs reached their first finals since 2014, with their 62 wins being the most in a season in a decade. Wemby finished third in MVP voting, was the first unanimous Defensive Player of the Year. San Antonio has the best young core in the league in Wemby, Stephon Castle, and Dylan Harper. Before the season, Wemby said it would be a success if the Spurs finished at least top 6 in the West. So obviously they exceeded those expectations. But Rashad, when you look at the Spurs, how would you grade the Spurs this season?
Gotta give them an A. Can't give them an A+ because they fell short. They definitely failed. But to get from where they are, from 11, predicted preseason 11, and taking that young core the way they did, a new coach. I mean, you're talking about a team that no one was looking at, and a kid that came off a blood clot. I think that a lot of people forget the big scare that Wemby had that almost took him out. He had to recover from something that could have ended his career. So for him to go to the monks and try to figure out how to keep his stamina, his cardio the way it needs to be with minutes restrictions and being able to stay within the team chemistry and having De'Aaron Fox be healthy but not truly be the Fox that he needed to go all the way.
Well, Fox dealing with the ankle injury, I think, was well documented.
For the whole season?
No, just postseason.
No, I'm saying I'm saying from the beginning to the end, De'Aaron Fox, he was an all-star. But as I said before, I looked at him as a superstar talent. So you never really looked at the Spurs as somebody who's going to sweep through the West. So for them to do that and him to play as well as he played, his numbers didn't waver from the last 2 years. He still averaged 24 and 11. To be able to have the defensive year that he had, sweep those awards and get there is important. But now he knows the experience of getting there and what it takes to get over top and take it to the next level. He did shrink in the finals. He didn't overcome the small things that he needed to do that would make him a champion. And I think that if he would have done that, it would have looked a lot differently. But experience is the best teacher. So I think that for Wemby and the Spurs, Dylan Harper, the comments coming out about him not being pleased with playing time throughout the season, that's a glaring comment.
Vassell said that.
We're going to
Vassell,
talk.
not only did Vassell say it, but that was a lingering thing throughout the season. So you could tell now that he said it, you can kind of go back and be like, Dylan wanted to play more.
Yep.
He felt like he was out playing Fox. And we was already talking about, hey, man, De'Aaron Fox can move out. You bring this young fella in and let him play. And Mitch Johnson's loyalty to veterans was one of the things that kept the things. And they're both clutch clients, so they both gonna have an understanding of what they need to do to keep shit going. But the Spurs A. I give them an A. I definitely love everything they did. I was rooting for Wemby. Like I try to tell people, I was a Wemby supporter and I was a Knicks supporter. So when it came down to supporting the Spurs, it's a part of the Wemby train. So him getting there and not finishing is definitely a mark on his armor. But I give him an A for the participation.
So, Swaggy, when you look at what the Spurs were able to accomplish this season, at one point you called Wemby a lunchtime baller, lunchtime hooper. Upgraded him out of that. Now it seems like you may have brought him back down to earth just a little bit. But how would you grade the Spurs season?
D. I don't care about losing. I don't care about losing ass teams, man. Guys. Nah, I'm just like, I give him a C. I give him a C.
You went from a D to a C, okay.
Yeah, he get a C minus.
C's good to
They did, the future's bright for them, for the Spurs. But the disappointing part is like, how quick they could blame other guys when they lose and uplift other guys when they win. Too cocky, go get away with too much. The average person would have got suspended and all that. But, it's like they want them to win. I want to see the Spurs win when it's without help, And just like some on this couch disrespect Brian, I'm just doing the same thing to the Spurs.
A lot of Bron disrespect.
So I'm just doing the same thing to the Spurs.
Who are some people?
Are they in the room right now?
Yeah, they're in the room right now.
Say their name. Is it the Boogeyman or the Candyman?
Nah.
Oh, okay. It's got to be Skip. It got to be Skip. Got to be Skip.
Well documented.
Well documented. So, I give the Spurs a C. They didn't get it done. They get an A when you win. You don't get it done for participating in it.
Won the West though, Western Conference champions.
Hurt West. You don't get an A for participating in the finals. I was just there. I get an A. No, you get a C just like everybody else that lost. If you didn't win, some people say you get a C. So.
All right, well, Skip, let's move on to you, former Spurs fan. Went back to your homeland, your roots, rejoined the Thunder. But how would you grade the Spurs season?
I'll give him a B because I'm with Rashad. I expected a lot out of him this year. I expected way more out of him the previous 2 years than they provided because as soon as I saw Wemby, I'm going back his rookie year, he's so tall and so long and so incredibly skilled, like textbook skilled. I mean, that shot's as pure as you can get, and he's 7'6". And I'm watching him carefully his rookie year, and they go 19 and 52 with Vassell and with Keldon Johnson and with Champagny, and I'm like, you're not better than that? I'm going back rookie year, and you say he's just a baby, but he's a big baby, man. 19 and 52, and then last year, going back to now 2 years ago, they go 21 and 25 before he had his injury situation. So in his first 2 years in the league, he's 40 and 77 in the games he started. And he's way better than that to me. And yet, Stephon Castle comes along and he's the rookie of the year. And then at the trade deadline last year, they go get De'Aaron Fox, who was, I know it's 3 years ago, but he was the clutch player of the year. Didn't see that in this playoff run, but he was that for the Sacramento Kings. And as we keep saying, maybe he had a little too much king in him when he got to the big stage. But look, they arrived on schedule this year because he's the alien. And then they did something I didn't see coming. They beat the Oklahoma City Thunder, the defending champs, who started out 24-1. They beat them 3 times in 12 days, very early in the season, culminating on Christmas Day was the 3rd win. But they did that, and it ignited belief in the Spurs, and it ignited doubt in the Thunder. That's what happened. And that carried through much of the year, but the Thunder bounced back and won the West by 2 games. So it's not like the Spurs dominated the West, but then they get to the postseason, and they did get a big break. I'm going to say it again one more time. there was no Jalen Williams and there was no A.J. Mitchell after the second game of the conference finals. And it was close, and the Thunder had 10 chances in the fourth quarter. And it's ironic that the backup center in San Antonio made the play of the year for the Spurs, and that was Luke Cornett on that chase down block of Hartenstein. That's the turning point of that game, because that's in Oklahoma City. If he goes down there and just lays it in, let alone dunk it, it's just different. It's just the games, because he just stole it from bad Dylan Harper pass. So then you get to the finals, and you can argue that, oh, we led by 10 plus points in all 5 games. That's pretty impressive. But you got gentlemen swept. And so it just feels like a B of a year, where I know there's this issue with Dylan Harper, and we'll get into that a little bit more, but De'Aaron Fox I thought he was the point guard. I thought he was the leader. And by the way, he averaged 6 assists during the year, which is not great, but it's better than Dylan Harper. He averaged 3 assists. So is Dylan Harper a pure point guard orchestrator? He's not. I don't see it. It's not what he wants to be or do. And when it finally got to push come to shove in the finals, there's no leadership there. There's no orchestrator. There's no veteran to say, stop it. This is, we're going to stop it right now. They're not coming back on us this time. And I don't know who that was, but that's the missing link, is there's nobody to say that's enough of that.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be De'Aaron, because remember, they gave him big money. And it doesn't start until next year.
222.
Yeah, starts next year, and he's got 4 years at $55 million a year. 222. Wow. Okay, so you're kind of stuck with that, and he did not produce to the level that they expected. I thought when you guys went and got him, I thought that was a magic move. I thought, okay, there you go.
We just had Chris Paul.
Yeah,
that was the rookie year. Chris Paul was there.
That's true. He was. I forgot about Chris Paul.
Then you go get De'Aaron Fox, but he gets hurt.
Yeah.
And then you're like, no Fox Wemby preview. So then we have to wait on that, because Castle's there. Now we get to see Castle play with Wemby, which was a great preview.
It was.
And then you get Dylan Harper the next year, because you don't know if Fox is going to be healthy, but you pay him.
You get the second pick. He's obviously.
And you pay him. And now it's like, okay, we didn't know this kid was going to be the next Ginobili, which is, if he's not a point guard, he has to be the guy to just go get you buckets.
Yep.
He don't want to be Ginobili, I think is.
No, he don't want to be Ginobili. Obviously, that's the mentality right now.
So let's get into Dylan Harper. Impressive throughout the season and in the playoffs. Harper's 325 points this postseason, 6th most by a rookie in the NBA playoff run. He led all players with 289 points off the bench in this playoffs. After the Spurs were eliminated, Devin Vassell gave some interesting perspective about Harper's rookie season.
Dylan, I think we all knew he was talented. I don't know anybody, if anybody knew he was this talented, probably besides himself. He was upset with playing time and different roles that he was in, but when we needed him most, he stepped up, and we have a star in the making, and I know that he's going to put so much work into the offseason. It's not just offensively, but defensively. He's made a lot of plays. He's grown so much, and what is he, 20, 21 years old? I mean, the sky's the limit for him.
Like you guys mentioned, De'Aaron Fox set to enter the first of his 4-year, $229 million contract extension next season. But when you look at this situation, obviously there was a lot of clamoring, a lot of calls for Mitch Johnson to give Dylan Harper more active role. He did so, but still kept De'Aaron Fox, was committed to him, kept saying he was the guy, he's going to be the guy with the ball in his hands. But is it time for the Spurs to give the keys to Dylan Harper, Mr. B?
Is it time to give Dylan Harper the keys? Yeah, him and Castle. Yeah, I think after this year, with the experience that they went through in the finals, it didn't go their way, but I think the future is bright with them. I think they should try to find a way to get off D Fox. If I'm the Spurs, I'm gonna try to go after like a Rudy or Dyson Daniels or someone like that, because I need to be able to save Wemby. And guys and a lot of bigs and a lot of other teams are just going at Wemby all the time. And I think just with that extra defensive presence with Rudy, I think it just changes everything for them. And then you have Castle and you have Harper just playing downhill, and the way they play, they're already putting on so much pressure. So that's the route I'm going with it, and I'm starting Dylan Harper next year.
I like that.
All right, let's shift over to you, Kenyon. When you look at
trade
Dylan Harper was able to do this postseason, obviously emerged, dominant force off the bench, 25-piece in that Game 5, one of the few bright spots for the Spurs throughout the finals. But do you think it's time for the Spurs to give Dylan Harper the keys and move on from De'Aaron Fox?
Yeah, he definitely should have played more in this postseason, especially in the finals down the stretch. Being that De'Aaron Fox is struggling. Yeah, I think they have a young core. I think the dollar amount don't add up right now to the production that De'Aaron Fox is giving them for what they need. So yeah, I think it's time for them to move on and just go young. Those young guys can play. They proved it in this postseason. So it's not like you're giving keys to somebody who hasn't proven that they can play, right? So I think they're in a comfortable spot. Adding a few more pieces, but I think another ball handler. I think Dylan Harper grew up in this postseason where he's earned that. He's earned the right to be the future starting quote unquote point guard for the Spurs. Him and Castle both deserve to be in those spots. So yeah, it's time. Yeah, I definitely think it's time for them to make that decision and move off of Fox and plan for the future.
So, Rashad, when you look at the situation, it seems like De'Aaron Fox took a lot of the blame for how the Spurs fared in the series. I mean, they didn't trick off a 29-point lead. I can't put that on De'Aaron Fox, but late in those games, for a player who's traditionally been one clutch player of the year, didn't go his way at times, we'll say. But do you think it's time for the Spurs to give Dylan Harper the keys, move him to the starting lineup, increase his role for next season?
Yeah, I think you can move him to the starting lineup without putting Fox on the bench if Dylan Harper is not a point guard. And the way he played point guard during the OKC series when Fox was down was not good. It did not look good. It did not feel good because both him and Castle were turnover prone. They're not the best ball handlers. Case and Wallace was all over that shit with Dylan Harper. And I was scared every time he brought it across court like he was going to get it taken from him. And he got it taken from him a couple times. So you put Dylan Harper in situations where he can attack. And if it's not a Russell Westbrook type of situation where he's full speed, going fast breaks, and he's taking advantage of the mismatches, and you got him in the half court, he has to take the Ginobili role. That's where Fox comes in, where he actually runs the offense. Fox felt like in the whole playoffs that he was taking the back seat to run the offenses until the team needed him. But when you take that much time off, you get cold. And he got cold and wasn't able to deliver when they needed him. So now as you're thinking about him saying, man, I only took 2 shots in the first half. I only took 4 shots in the whole game, or I only took 9 shots, man, what you want me to do? I ain't really getting my shit going. And so if we're depending on him in the fourth quarter with the clutch gene compared to Sacramento, he had the ball. He had a usage rate, which is about 23, 25 or something like that, where he had the ball used most of the time. So you look at now, he's like, how do you get Wemby involved, Castle involved, Vassell, and whoever else is in the starting lineup while he's doing his thing? That's going to be the sacrifice thing that they asked him to do when he got there. So I think now I would play Fox, Harper, Castle, Vassell, Wemby, and we go small. Now, if we need to change anything from that, Vassell comes out, we go get us a big to play the 4, and we bring Vassell off the bench. Vassell doesn't need to be the starter. Champagne doesn't need to be the starter. And you got Dylan Harper and Castle on the floor at the same time with De'Aaron Fox and Wemby in an anomaly who we don't know. Let's just say you say fucking Rudy Gobert. You go fucking get Rudy Gobert to be the starting center with Wemby playing the 4. That's Twin Towers. That's dangerous.
And you say he wants to be a guard, so
right. Or you go get somebody like
Dyson.
I'm just throwing somebody out there. I'm not saying it's going to be a good thing, but like an Andre Drummond, a big that can play the 4, that can just move around and be a guy.
I mean, you talking about somebody that can go out there and just be a space eater, and they let the rest of those guys do what they do. And I mean, I don't think De'Aaron Fox needs to move out of the start lineup, especially you're paying him $50. You're paying him $50. You don't bring him off the bench.
I mean, your assistant coach just got the job. Sweetie just got the job in Orlando. Shit, Orlando could use D Fox.
They need a point guard.
So
Like Anthony Black.
They need a point guard.
So I'm just saying, like, for what you can get for D Fox.
There's also some discussion.
Yeah,
about
they can go get Francois. They can go get him. I like him in that spot. Wagner.
Waggy.
Where with
Wemby,
the Spurs?
with Wemby for Fox. I like that.
Over there in Orlando.
I don't.
And then Sweetie, because
I don't
Sweetie got the head coach now.
I don't
so.
like Rudy, I don't like Rudy in that situation. He in the way.
Nah, defensively, I'm telling you,
like
defensively, because the other bigs that you got over there that's backing up Wemby ain't.
They ain't like that.
I mean, I'm
putting nobody there.
He ain't
Cornet
way.
is solid.
I know, but what I'm
He
saying
ain't
is,
no
but I'm
Rudy.
saying you got
He
two.
ain't ready.
You got two
He ain't ready.
defensive. You got two defensive dudes. Just throw the ball up, bro.
They in the way the NBA is now. It ain't the old NBA where you can have all them bigs on the roster, man. The
can
game
move.
is spread out,
They can move.
wide open.
But we
Wemby-
needed them though.
I know,
In the
they can move.
OKC series,
They
we
can move.
needed another big because
But
they
that-
was pushing that
and he
motherfucker
ain't-
around Harkenstein.
And he ain't the issue. He ain't the answer.
Who?
Rudy. Or Drummond.
Rudy
Babies.
defensively,
He was Bourbon
shit.
Babies. He's
Shit, I'm about to say he was
He's
Joker.
good
He
on
got
the
your
team.
guy up out of here.
He is
Joker
good
out
on
of
the
there,
team.
didn't
He's
he?
good on the team that he is on.
No, you got your guy up out of here.
Got him out of here.
Man, he was
played
kicking his ass
well.
still. The
Hey, man.
numbers still the same.
Hey,
What are
man.
y'all talking about?
Hey, man.
Played well,
Hey,
man.
Numbers still the
Played
same.
well.
Numbers still the
He
same.
played
Hey,
well,
played
man.
well.
Played
Well.
very
That's,
well.
that's all they need.
He
Them to go over there and play
played
well.
Go play well.
With
Go
his
tip
first
off.
He in the way.
Huh?
And
Yeah.
even his first
Yeah.
shot.
And they still got them young dudes.
He in the way.
Man.
Them dudes play downhill. Calson not a jump shooter. He's a downhill player. Dylan Harper's a downhill player.
Floaters.
All they got to do is that they in the way.
Floaters.
Rudy be in the way. You need somebody to space the floor, somebody that can do both. You need somebody like an Aaron Gordon, Franz Wagner. You need somebody of that nature that can knock down shots, that can plan the dunker. You need somebody that can do both. Rudy ass is in the way. He in the way on the team that he's on.
No, he's not.
They both in the way though. Fox in the way, going to everybody, go burn the way. I say trade them. Shit, both of them for each other.
Who? Fox for Gobert?
How much Gobert make?
I like Fox in Atlanta, but I do like.
Hey, they both want to get rid of these people. Shit. Get rid of Gobert. And you
I
get
do
a
like
chance
Fox
to get a
in
point guard. You ain't got no point
Gobert
guard.
making 37 million.
Fox in Orlando makes sense.
Because I'm telling you, Fox, I just don't. Just the pressure with them young
Because
guards.
you forcing Paolo to have to be a pick and roll player late in games and all that, and teams playing him a certain way.
Who was
I just need
Minnesota
Fox to
point
get back
guard?
into that Sacramento.
They don't got no.
Anthony Edwards.
25 and 26.
If you trying to get rid of Gobert, like you
Anthony
don't need
Edwards,
him.
Anthony Edwards is there.
Both teams don't need the person they hate.
You don't want to put Anthony Edwards in that pressure position, have
Yeah.
to point guard
He
and
is the
score the
point.
ball,
Yeah.
and do all that shit,
is the point.
and bring it up.
He do it anyway.
No, but I'm saying you can move him again. It could be
He do
another
it anyway.
trade.
Nah, I like Fox with
Man.
Ant. But you're gonna have to bring somebody. If you losing Gobert,
You gotta get a
you
big
gotta get somebody. You can't just depend on
You
Julius
got to be
Randle.
coordinated.
Perhaps.
or
That's what I'm
Nas
saying.
Reed.
Listen,
He's good on the team
them
he
other bigs
on.
behind him.
Greco-Nigerian
Come on,
sensation.
Like Rudy's good on the team he on. He fits that team
Oh,
well.
y'all, man.
No, we don't want him over there.
He fits that team well.
He ain't got it
fits
done
Minnesota.
with them.
Yeah.
He ain't got it done with them. They fell short every time. And
Man.
then it's been
It ain't his
because
fault.
then it has. It
So
was
you gonna praise him for playing well against Joker, but it's his fault because they ain't winning.
when they lost to Dallas.
your mind up.
When they lost to Dallas,
They just-
and they
this
switched
playoffs
out
right
on
here.
them, and they
This
said
playoffs right here.
they blamed Rudy.
This playoffs right here.
Rudy, you the defensive player of the year.
So you going
can't
back-
guard a nigga out there. He hit the shot on you. Why?
Going back 2 years
now,
ago. You going back 2 years ago.
Yes, you played well against Jokic, but my nigga,
his
you ain't
matchup.
helped them get
That's
over
his
the hump.
matchup, so you worried about him switching out
I'm
there
just
on
saying
a
you ain't
guard.
gotta you.
You worried about him switching on a guard.
No, that was what you were saying. You supposed
switching
to
out on
be
the guard.
if you defensive player of the year, you supposed to be able to guard a guy
So
out
he's
there.
good on the team that he's on. No, I don't think he should be out there on the perimeter switched out on him. It was dumb defense. Whoever designed it up to put him out there to switch, it was dumb. Shouldn't have never been in that situation from the beginning. I don't think he's that dominant of a post defender to have 4-time defensive player of the year, is what I said. But like I said, I don't think that is a good situation. I like a move. for the Spurs to get somebody else in that spot, another big, but I don't know if Rudy is that answer.
Not giving up.
I just think he's in the way. I like Rudy on the team he's on. He does well for that team. What they need defensively and he good on that team. Right, he was good in Utah for that reason. He was good in Minnesota for that reason.
Come
Putting
win
him with
us.
another.
Come help us win. You didn't win there. You didn't win over here.
They play on the same French team.
Right.
You come
That's what I'm
play
saying.
with us and win with us.
I thought you loved Luke Cornett.
I do.
They were selling T-shirts with his picture on.
Played so bad in the finals. He played so bad
played
in
himself.
the finals. He
was
played
himself.
so bad. He couldn't catch the ball.
So did a bunch of people.
100%.
Right,
But
yeah.
Luke has always been solid.
Yeah.
He
go to
was
Magic
not solid. He was not solid.
So
And
what's
I
the
was
reason that they
disappointed.
got Luke Cornett over there, Bismack, Plumlee, Olenek? Like it's a
They
waste.
play none of them.
It's like a whole.
Like what? Like you got a whole slew of
So-
bigs over there.
Give me
doing
Rudy.
yeah.
Give me. Watch out. Get Rudy. Come on over here.
y'all.
Oh, y'all.
Man.
But just him?
Oh, just for Rudy.
Just for him,
That
it's
changes
enough, man.
everything.
That changes everything. We got, like you said, we got all them big.
That's how the
man,
Lakers
y'all
won.
can go, man.
Get out of here.
That's how the Lakers won that year.
Huh?
So who else?
Somebody will take.
With AD and Dwight and JaVale, they was big to the
And
motherfucker.
Boogie, too. Boogie Cousins was
They
over
was
there,
big
too.
to the motherfucker.
And all of them were all-stars, perennial all-NBA players. Plumlee, Bismack, Olenek, Cornett don't fit none of that.
But Rudy
We'll
do.
say Cornett.
Rudy do. Rudy is an all-star, 4-time defensive player of the year.
Yeah. Good on
We
that
will
team.
pull him over here. Y'all can move. Come on, Rudy. Come on, Rudy.
Rudy. Then y'all playing 4-on-5 on offense again, because
Just come set this.
Yes, and roll. Roll.
And Wemby,
Wemby
bring your ass out here because you want to see
Nigga, what?
I'm
That's
telling
a
you.
cold. Hey, now that I think about it,
Put the pressure on. Hey, Dylan Harper,
rebound, man.
come on.
roll.
How
Big
has-
Clean it
fella.
up every time.
how has that worked?
That'd be
Where?
crazy.
How has that worked?
Where?
Wherever Wemby has been, that rolled straight to the rim and
No, I'm talking about.
I mean for Rudy. How has that worked?
well, I mean,
With
he
him
has.
and Ant.
I mean, he has Mike Conley up there.
How has it worked?
I mean, he has Mike Conley. I mean, well, they got.
They got to the
Western
finals.
Finals twice.
They got to the conference finals back to back.
So that's what we aim for. I thought y'all was all about winning and legacy.
No, we just
and
said
holding
he
fucking
hasn't won. That's
trophies
why
up
he
and
should
all
win.
that.
That's why he should leave, because
But
he
I-
hasn't won.
But I asked you, how has that rolling to the front of the rim and all that shit work when, like I said, teams have played 4-on-5. They don't guard him. So
The
it'll
Lakers
be the
tried
same,
to guard him,
it'll
and
be the
they got
same
whooped.
thing over there. It'll be the same thing over there. You don't have to guard him on the other end.
know,
he is who he is defensively, yes,
But them two
but you don't have to
big
guard him on the other end.
rebounding-
But they don't
All that
have
roll
a.
to the front of the rim, and when the game is on the line, Rudy has to go get on the
Timberwolves
bench.
don't have a Wemby to shoot the three like that. They got Nas Reed out there, but they rarely played him and Nas Reed at the
Yeah,
same
they rarely
time.
do.
So you talking about Wemby and motherfucking Gobert
So
with De'Aaron Fox or Castle or Harper in a pick and roll going down.
Going downhill and Rudy
Not giving up
in the way.
Throw the ball up
And dunk
just
that
it.
shit.
If you get
Like
the
you
rebound,
do.
pass it back
They've
out,
been
come set the
saying that
screen,
shit
roll
every
again, get out.
He averaged single digits
Down here rebounding
every year.
Crazy.
All that roll to the front of the rim, throw it up, he averaged single
The
digits.
defense would be unbelievable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still got but you got to
Defense
play.
win games, right?
Now you got to play on the other end. Now
Defense
you,
Don't.
games.
No, we don't.
Now you
no, we
playing-
don't.
Now you got to play on the other end.
Threes.
We don't.
We still got to play on the other end, though.
We don't.
That's all I'm saying. You still got to play on the other end.
And you said
Like, I
Rudy
like
averaged
Rudy's-
single digits.
I like him on the team that he's on.
You said Rudy
Well, okay.
averaged single digits.
Okay, 10.
14, 16,
This
15.
past season, what he averaged?
He averaged 11.
Okay. Oh, shit.
12, 14, like and then those rebounds,
Okay, he's rebounding. I said defensive is what
double.
it is.
We need a double guy. Those
He's
points
more-
are coming from lobs. Them ain't jump hooks. Them are offensive rebounds and lobs.
Yes, on that team that he's on.
So the Spurs could not use an offensive rebounding threat.
They got not him.
Look,
Not him.
listen, I'm telling
I agree with you.
You don't
Mitchell
like
Robinson
him.
can be
No,
out
Because
there.
you don't like
I said he's
him.
good at the team that he's on. I'm
Better with the Spurs.
He's good on the team that he's on.
I think his job is easier.
Huh?
Way easier.
job is easier.
What? and he seal. And he actually seals.
Him and Wemby be out
He can't catch it.
be out
He can't catch it.
Yo, him and
but
Wemby
he
be out
seals.
there, bro.
Motherfucker be out there holding people and shit.
Bro, they be out there, bro.
Throw it to me.
In the,
Stretch your hands.
Stretch it out. Play the zone.
That back.
that's on the
What?
defensive end. But then you
I mean,
still
but
gotta-
defense wins games, though.
With Castle and Harper
what
playing
have-
defense like that?
What have teams done to him in order, like just Rudy, right? This defensive player of the year. When it's time, when the game is on the line, this great 4-time defensive player of the year that we're speaking of, what do teams do to him?
Put him in pick and roll.
Put him on the island, right? Bring him away from the basket.
Come on out here.
And then what do
Now you
teams
can
have to
tell
do?
him to play
Then
up.
what do? Then what?
Now
then-
you could, because you
then
have
what do-
another
Yeah.
shot blocker.
Now what
you
do-
could tell him to play up because he's not the only defender.
No.
Tell him to play
Yes,
up.
that's
Tell him to-
exactly
and then
what
But
we
then
do.
you got Castle and everybody
And
else.
you got
Hey.
Castle and them in the
That sounds good.
Are you- if
He's been their
we telling
best
him right now.
defender. He's been the other team's best defender. Now they got to take him off the floor because he can't guard the pick and roll.
Not now. Not with Wemby out
He
there.
Wemby back there.
He ain't gonna
Wemby back there.
He ain't getting better at it
This job is
The reason
easy.
they got
This
him
job
in
is
drop
easy.
because they don't got another defender.
because he can't be up.
Now Wemby is able to roam now in the back.
Rudy ain't been up on one screen
No,
since
I'm
he's
saying
in the
for
league.
Wemby, I'm telling you, it's gonna help Wemby out a lot.
I don't like it.
100%.
It's gonna help Wemby out a lot. Foul trouble, all that stuff. Hey man, you go up there, you go.
Sub.
Same.
We got Rudy just to take it. We taking away the ball.
He on
and
that
he
back.
rebound.
He on that back. Oh my,
That's 20 rebounds a game right there for
Easy.
both of them.
Easy.
That's
Yeah, because he averaged 13 and the other guy averaged.
So let me ask you this. You got me thinking about who is the Spurs point guard, and it should be De'Aaron Fox. I'm not sure it is, but it almost has to be going forward. But then I start thinking about the Knicks. Who's the Knicks point guard? Is it Jalen Brunson?
Yes.
He averaged 4 assists a game in the finals, and they won in 5 games.
Yeah, he's their point guard though.
Okay, so he's not a high-level distributor because he's 4 assists. So we're not talking about Jason Kidd here or John Stockton or what. It's like we've had a little bit of the death of the point guard as we knew it. I still think LeBron is still the best passer in the league to me. That's his greatest strength is he can still, if he will go out there, now Luke has taken the ball out of his hands, but he can get you 10 assists a night like that.
Yep.
Because that's what he does. That's his biggest gift to me is seeing it before it happens,
Yep.
bounce pass where he'll make 2 or 3 passes a night where I'll say, God, like that's just rare.
Yep.
Can't teach it, can't coach it. But I don't see that ever from Jalen Brunson. He'll make a pass here or there, but it's not what he does. But the difference in the 5 games was when push came to shove in the fourth quarter, Jalen Brunson just said, give me the damn ball and get out of my way because I'll just make it happen. Some way I'll make it happen, mostly scoring it, maybe passing it. But Dylan Harper, in the last 2 games, they tried to let him take over down the stretch of those games, and he wasn't ready because he's a baby. Like this was all new. He's 20?
20.
And he's playing in the NBA Finals, and they're saying, here, you do it. And his minutes kept going up and up, like he ended up averaging for the 5 games 31 minutes. In the last 2 games, he played big fourth quarter minutes. But I'm looking at his fourth quarter numbers for the 5 games, and they're horrible. He shot it poorly in the fourth quarter. He didn't make 1 3.
He gets a pass.
Yeah. Okay, he does. But we saw the flashes. You guys have been talking about it. As a shot creator at the rim, man, it's like he's up there in the upper echelon of the league already. As a baby, he's doing this at the rim. Where you're saying, how'd you do that? But the truth is, so far he's a pretty horrible 3-point shooter. I know he made a couple against Oklahoma City that shocked me because he shoots line drives, that left-handed line drive. He made 1 in Game 7 where I was like, God, where'd that come from? But in the finals, he was 7 of 25, so that's 28%. And in the fourth quarters, he didn't. He went 0 for 3 in all the 5 fourth quarters. So he is not an orchestrator, but I guess you say Jalen Brunson's an orchestrator who's going to score it more than he's going to pass it, right? And that's how they do it. That's how they get away.
Just the game now.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I was trying to go. Is that what has happened to this game of basketball, where there's no, you don't see true points. You know, you don't see.
Jalen is a true point in college.
In college, he was.
A true, So he has the essence of what it is. But now he sees the league and the evolution of what he can take advantage of. Which is his ability to create off the dribble, get to his spots, and all of those things. This is what other guys in the league have done at his position. Instead of facilitating, I am the attack point. I am going to be the initiator and not the facilitator. Let me initiate. Now this is a league full of initiators, from the Tyrese Maxeys to those type of guards that come in and say, Trae Young, even though Trae is a facilitator, he'll initiate and try to figure it out.
He does.
But these are just, he's very rare.
Both.
Very rare.
He's both.
And the ability to do that like a Tyrese Maxey to make sure that you're going to respect my scoring ability first, Jalen Brunson the same way, Dylan Harper can be the same way. Respect my scoring ability first. But what we never seen from him, especially from college, because he didn't play long enough for us to say he can pass, or he can facilitate, or he can get his teammates involved. He's been put in a specific role to come in like Vinnie Johnson. Go get us buckets. Don't worry about nothing else. You play the game the right way, young fella. But go do what you do best. Defense and attack the rim.
Okay. So the days of Magic Johnson and the Showtime Lakers are way gone.
No, I don't think.
Right?
Do you
think
need
so.
Well, I mean,
point
but
guard with Wemby?
what's that?
Do you need a traditional?
Well, that's
I
Hell
think
yeah.
so.
Like a
I
Chris
would
Paul.
think so.
You need
somebody
Chris
to
Paul.
slow
in his prime. You needed him, but you didn't need him at the end when he crossed over with him, right?
No, I think Chris Paul was helpful to Wemby.
Because he knows how to get him the ball.
Okay.
I think, just personally, even whatever Chris Paul's personality is in the locker room, I think they moved on too fast from it.
Maybe.
I think so, to help Wemby out in that. I think he could have used another year with him.
I
think Chris moved on.
I think they win it.
Yeah, I think they it's a different
them
look.
them
Because Chris
collapses?
Paul is your point guard. Right? He's going to make sure Wemby gets the ball where he's effective. He's not going to throw him the ball at 30 feet and be like, big fella, go get a bucket. You know what I'm saying? Like, he going to run the right play, the right pick and roll, the right situation, and he going to tell him, when I throw you this ball in this pocket, shoot it,
Do this.
right? Because Chris Paul, he want that assist. So
he does.
I throw it to you, shoot it. I throw it to you, shoot it. I don't need you out there bump 4 dribbles and then trying to get down here. I'm gonna put you in a situation to be successful, as I think is what Wemby was missing in this postseason.
He was.
So Chris Paul was definitely helpful.
So think of this. Chris Paul did not go to San Antonio to win a championship.
I know he went,
So
absolutely.
he missed out on this particular scenario because it wasn't something that anybody seen in the future, which is why he moved on from the Spurs, because it was seemingly a graveyard. 15 and 50, was it 15 and 50? It was like, I'm not going to end my career
trying to go win something.
here. I'm trying to go win somewhere.
Yep.
So hindsight, what you're saying, if he would to do it again,
I think he would.
He would definitely would have stayed, because they showed him love, one, and then the Clippers did. What the fuck just happened with the Clippers? They love me in San Antonio. They love me.
82 games with the
Played all 82 games.
Wemby loves him. I mean, from everything we can see, they have a
that's
great
what I'm saying.
relationship.
I just think he would have benefited from a young me, from experience, right? My second year, I got Jason Kidd. All right?
Pass first guard.
Pass first guard, post-ups, right? No, that ain't a post-up, K. Get your ass on the block.
Right.
Like these are his words to me. Listen, I'm getting pushed off the block. No, I'm not throwing it to you.
I'm not swing
No.
that shit. You ain't open,
if you want the ball, you're going to do what you have to. So it was that, right?
Facts.
It helped me as a young big in this league to have somebody who was a pass-first guard that was defensive-minded, who I respected in the game. And I think that was the same relationship that they had.
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox, yes. Younger, yes. All of those things, yes, at the time, but I just think if we're talking just purely basketball, Chris Paul was the best fit for the young core that they had. They needed an extra voice. It could be too much at times, as we saw with the Clippers. It could be too much, but I think it was beneficial the time that they spent. I just think they could have gave it one more year, and you wouldn't have lost anything, I don't think.
Yeah, I think it's time for Fox to go.
Played all 82 games at the age he was and all that. you're not looking for big minutes from him because you still got all them young dogs you had. So.
Let's discuss one more thing before we wrap up for the day. So Wemby been the subject of discussion and criticism throughout the postseason. Some of his comments have rubbed people the wrong way. Draymond Green recently offered his thoughts about the alien with the following post on Threads. Let's take a look at what Draymond had to say. Wemby is a bit cocky. Most great players are. Kind of requires a bit of that. However, I don't think he's as cocky as people are starting to make him out to be. You have to remember English is his second language, possibly third. He's getting straight to the point with his words. It's very direct due to language, not cockiness. So Swaggy, I asked you, your former teammate, Draymond Green.
Why I gotta be the first one?
Because
you're the Wemby hater.
You are our expert on all things Wemby.
What?
Don't
shy away now.
You've spoken out about what Wemby has said previously on this couch, but is Draymond spitting or tripping with his Wemby take?
I don't love Draymond, but he tripping right now. He's saying the man can't speak English. That's why he getting straight to the point. I done seen him elbow and then elbow somebody and clap on the way out. Like, you know what he doing. So, yeah, he's
very direct.
Yeah. So
his elbows are the second language as well.
He know damn well what he doing. He just said, "Talk to see y'all never" or some shit. He learning on the go, you know.
Well, I think in jest, I'm sure he plans on seeing the media again. One of the most liked players by the media this past season, despite ducking them.
He's one of the most liked?
Yeah.
One game, man.
Yeah, media has high regard for him.
I bet.
Always takes his time, composes his thoughts.
Nah, as much as I talk trash about Wemby, I love what he's doing for the NBA, for sure.
Make sure you guys clip that.
Yeah. He's, I don't know what he is, man, so.
You don't know what he is?
Don't go to me first. I wasn't even thinking about the question. I was ready to go, so.
You see him been over twisting his hair.
Yeah, I was already gone, so. No, stop coming to me first in the first place.
That's why we mix this around.
I need time to think.
Much like Chris Paul distribute, Jason Kidd distribute.
I don't read the script. The script read me, I assume.
The script does read you as well.
Yeah.
The script.
The aura.
I don't read the script. The script read me.
The most interesting man in the world.
Man.
I don't always drink beer, but when I do.
Man, I don't always read the Bible, but
when I do.
Testimony.
What I do is always talking right to me.
Yeah. Right.
Directly.
So let's shift over to you, Mr. B, purveyor of Tough Crowd Golf, Tough Crowd University, amongst other things. I'm looking at the pants right now.
What's your motto?
On the Tough Crowd website.
What's your motto, though, before you answer any? What's your motto on the golf? Etiquette? All right.
Play with etiquette.
Play with etiquette.
Oh, that's JC.
Yeah, that one.
Etiquette.
That one.
Etiquette.
Yeah.
Etiquette.
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 Elegance.
Elegance.
You're saying elegance, right?
No.
Etiquette.
No.
Etiquette.
Yes, there you go.
Etiquette.
Etiquette. Etiquette.
A nail
Etiquette.
Not a nail knot.
Not a nail nutter.
Powder.
Man, I like the way you say that nail nutter. Nobody say it like you.
Say that now. Like you.
Well, I don't know what it means. Etiquette? I don't know, but shit, it sounds
We
good.
play with etiquette.
It sound good, don't it?
Play with that.
Sound like a salad. Some
What we
shit
play
you
with?
put in a salad. Let me get some of that elegant in that salad.
Then you wait.
I forgot what we play with. What we play with,
It's a
though?
type of lettuce.
Type of lettuce.
Elegant.
Say it louder with your chest. What we play with?
Etiquette.
Okay. Etiquette.
You guys skip all confused over there. Hey, what the fuck is he talking about?
Which word is
it elegance, eloquence, elephant? What the fuck is the elephant doing in here? When did we get an elephant in here? Fucking elephant in a salad?
Kip, you can say what's on your mind on this couch. It's okay. All right.
I do like the pants, though. I give you the pants.
Thank you.
They're really cool.
They're very elegant.
They're elegant.
Very elegant.
Yeah.
So Draymond saying, I don't think Wemby's as cocky of a player as people are starting to make him out to be. Blaming it on the language barrier, saying this may be a second or third language. Do you think Draymond is spitting or tripping with his Wemby take?
I mean, he's spitting. I mean, Wemby's been a pro since 16. I mean, he's French, so, you know, their mannerisms and things are different.
They are rude and assholes by nature, no disrespect to the French.
I mean, but he's 22 years old and, you know, played in his first finals, came in third, an MVP, won Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, it's confidence to me. I mean, 22 years old, like your first finals, yeah, you didn't go the way you want, but I mean, you have a lot to be confident about in If you want to be cocky, hey, that's fine. I'd rather you be cocky and confident than don't have it at all. So,
Right.
I like it.
He is 7'4".
Let's shift over to this side. Kenyon, you hear what Draymond had to say about Wemby? Is he spitting or tripping?
It was my first time thinking about it when he said it, when I heard it. So I think he spitting. Europeans are more direct in their approach. I don't look at him as a bullshit artist. So I think whatever he's saying, he honestly feels and thinks. So yeah, it can rub people the wrong way when you are direct. When you put your thoughts together, but it's a direct approach. A lot of people don't like it. It can come across as cocky, arrogant. But if you take time to think about his upbringing, where he's from, then you allow him grace in those moments, in these moments, and not critique him in the way that you would in other athletes.
That you would Americans, right?
Say it again?
That you talking about like Americans.
No, there's other people. Just America was just other places
So
and other people.
he got to give him a pass.
No, you don't have
But it
to.
was somebody else.
No, you don't have
That's
to.
what
If
I
it was
hear on
another
this couch.
22-year-old, like,
That's all I hear on this couch because he's a foreigner. He give
no, but I'm just saying they're more. I just think I'm answering the Draymond part.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying.
I think the way Draymond put it was perfect. They're more direct in their approach. Europeans and French, they're more direct and they're not gonna bullshit you like some other people would, right? They gonna tell you exactly what they thinking and what they feeling. And sometimes that can come across as cocky and arrogant. It can rub people the wrong way. And I think that's what he's dealing with now. It's rubbing people the wrong way. So, and he's on the stage where everybody's going to have something to say. Everybody has a platform now. So some people gonna love him, some people not, as you have stated on this couch. You got somebody that love him, somebody that don't. And there you have it, right?
A few that.
So this is what it is.
The perspective
But I
should
don't-
truly be one that he watched his fellow Frenchmen get choked out for trying to alleviate a situation. Hey, you guys calm down. You're not gonna put your hands on me, okay? I need to come out and show you guys that I'm not that gonna be that guy.
Actually, Rudy deserved that choke.
Because he was trying to stop this.
No, he was that one he deserved. I hear you.
What did he
but that
deserve?
one-
Why
he deserved that one?
Why he deserve it?
Draymond was coming to the defense of his teammate in that moment.
So was Rudy.
So, but no.
So
But
my
that's not the
point.
question.
My point is that he is showing that he is going to fend for himself in all aspects when it comes to the media, talking and being direct and being confident. Rudy has never displayed none of those things. So you talk about him being in the league. He's always been just a solid, stand-up, blue-collar guy. Not gonna say much. He's gonna do his job. He's gonna go home. But Wemby is being the face of the league, being the number one pick, playing for the San Antonio Spurs. You got to show some backbone. Like Tim Duncan never had to be straightforward, or he never had to, be cocky or any of those things, because that wasn't his personality. For Wemby, for him to be who he is and show his parents and his family that he ain't one of those punks, he gonna have to say what he need to say to convince people that, hey, I ain't him. I'm confident. I was picked in here number one for a reason. And if you motherfuckers want to come over here and try to choke me, I got some elbows and some kung fu kicks for your ass too. Whatever you want. Whatever I gotta do to show you I ain't one of them, I ain't Rudy. I ain't Rudy.
So is Draymond tripping or spitting?
He's spitting.
Okay.
For sure.
Man.
Okay, let's move on to you. Also not the biggest fan of Victor Wembanyama. Believe put him in a 7'4" body bag yesterday. In the alien version. When we hear Draymond saying, and more or less coming to the defense of Wemby and some of the comments and the backlash and criticism he's gotten, do you think Draymond is spitting or tripping with his Wemby take?
Look, I'm going to say it again. I saw some spoiled child in Wemby, especially in the finals. I saw some premature entitlement. I saw some unearned arrogance. And yet, when I first saw what Draymond, I think he posted this on Threads, so he wrote it. And when I first read it, I thought of Draymond as a defender, every time Golden State has played Wemby, Draymond has guarded Wemby, and he's done a pretty nice job on him. Because I was on Draymond's show during the All-Star break, and the night before they had played San Antonio at Golden State, and I watched it very closely because I knew I was going to see Draymond. He did a really nice job on him, gets underneath him, and so I'm thinking maybe Draymond's protecting Draymond to try to protect Wemby because he doesn't want to incite anything in Wemby because he has to deal with him, and we'll probably be dealing with him again next year. But one quick point of order, that thread post was before Game 5. And then after Game 5, Draymond said on his podcast, he just blasted him for not shaking hands.
Your killer in the eyes.
Yeah, look your killer in the face, and if you don't look me in the face, I own you forever, Draymond said. And I was like, whoa, he ain't protecting nobody there, so I don't know. I'm with you. I started thinking about the language pass. Does he deserve a language pass? Well, he's said to be fluent in English, and he sounds pretty great in English to me. He sounds eloquent in English, right?
He let you know when you want to be MVP.
Yeah.
Shit.
I don't know. Hey, is there a lost in translation?
Yeah, because just because of the day he was like, he was in the moment, right? He said, "How do you say it in English?" Right? He doing the press conference. He like, "How do you say it in English?"
You know how to say it, Kenyon.
No, I don't think there's certain things, certain expressions.
I understand.
Man, he watched a lot of
There's still a divide there.
Yeah.
There's still a divide.
That's why he takes so much time to answer the question. He doesn't just say shit. He thinks about the question.
If you let him answer it in French, it'll just flow. I guarantee it wouldn't be that thought process, right?
Yeah. But he grew up speaking English and French.
Yeah.
So it's not like this, he came to America and said, I got to learn English.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
Still got a lot to learn.
Yeah, on and off the floor, right?
Yeah.
And on and off the floor.
Yeah,
Absolutely. He's in year 3, man. No one expected them to be on this stage yet. His talent is what it is, right? Astronomical. Ability, potential, all that stuff is.
It is.
But you still have to go through the process. And to Nick's point, right? Praising him too early can get in the way of some things, right? Not praising him enough is a problem as well. I think there's a fine line, and he's learning that, and we're all learning it in real time. So we'll see what comes up from it next year and beyond.
Well, he said he'd like to get back 15 or 20 times. So
let's worry about next year.
Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5.
We can worry about next year.
Not 7,
not 8, not 9, not 10, not 15.
Especially if I play 20 years. That means that
Not 1,
the
not
next
2,
15 years,
not
I'll
3.
expect to be in the finals.
Not 4, Swaggy. 15. Good luck.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just thinking of something, my bad.
I don't even want to know. I don't even want you to share.
Yes, please don't.
Don't want to get you in trouble.
Go.
But appreciate y'all. Another great day. Post-finals. Hoping the finals will still be going on, but
No more.
some did not hold up their end of the bargain.
No mas.
So we got free agency and the draft coming up soon. But appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody on this couch. Appreciate our amazing crew. Sebastian, appreciate you for pulling up today. Thinking about you, legend. But this has been another episode of Gil's Arena presented by Underdog. Whoa, whoa! We will see y'all tomorrow.
What happened to Sebastian?